All right, your chance to win $1,000. The contest keyword is prize, Prize, prize. You have until 25 minutes after the hour to enter it on the Fanatic app or at 975thefanatic.com, or you can text it to the special contest short code of 45911. One random entry wins $1,000 in this company-wide contest. Winners will get a call from Beasley, so be sure to answer your phone. Contest rules at 975thefanatic.com. Fanatic Parlay Cash is stood up by Iron Mountain Men's Health. 5 chances to win each weekday, 8 and 10 a.m., noon, 3 and 5 p.m. The keyword is prize. Hooah.
Middays with Marks. The voices you trust. John Marks, Sean Brace, and Ray Dunn. All Philadelphia, all day. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
All right, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to Middays with Marks on 97.5 The Fanatic. I'm your host, John Marks. Good morning. If you're listening on the good old-fashioned radio, 97.5 The Fanatic, WPEN, Burlington, Philadelphia, on the world-famous Fanatic app. If you don't have the Fanatic app, what are you doing? Download it. It's amazing. If you're watching live on YouTube, good morning. Subscribe to 97.5 The Fanatic on YouTube. Get involved in our live chat. Watch it later on demand. It's available whenever you want. We say good morning to Ray Dunn. Morning, Ray.
I think we have a good club.
Good morning, Johnny. It's good to see you. How you doing? I'm good. Good morning, Sean Bray. Sean.
It's great to be with you. I owe Ray a six-pack of Presidente. I meant to go and get it yesterday. Didn't get it. Then the bottle store wasn't open this morning. So, Ray, you will get your six-pack of Presidente next week. I promise you. Nice call on you. John, fill in the blanks. I did not think we would have heard that out of Dave Dombrowski's mouth yesterday.
A lot of club talk.
I was wrong.
I think we have a good club.
He has the stones. He had the stones to say that.
Well, can they just not use the word team? Why is it club? There's so much. I haven't had this much club talk since back when I used to go to the club. Club Egypt.
Out there. Now we're talking.
All right. 76ers last night. So this is honestly, this is almost like I'm trying to evaluate myself on the fly.
I like that.
As a man, not only as a Sixers fan, as a man. And
dude, it's so exhausting.
I'm kind of disappointed in myself just going in and saying it because, I mean, like, I was shocked that they won the game last night. They came back. I thought for sure they were going to lose it in the fourth quarter. But not only did they do that, they crushed them 28-11 in the fourth quarter. And, like, you got to give them credit. Joel Embiid in an amazing game. I thought Grimes had real impact. It was the first time you saw anybody off the bench have real impact in a long time. And, like, that was a great win on the road, down 3-1, to come out and to win the game and to win the game late and to dominate in the fourth quarter. Like, you should be proud of the Sixers. You should be juiced up. They're coming home for Game 6, Sean Brace. Mm-hmm. Win Game 6. Now you're putting on the pressure on them. Who knows what happens in Game 7?
Oh, yeah.
And I'm taking no great joy out of the win.
Okay.
I don't know why. I guess I do know why. I'm just so exhausted by the 76ers.
Yes, that's the word.
And Joel Embiid. And I know how talented he is. And it feels like that the more games you see like that, the better chances we're going to run the same thing back next year, which I desperately don't want. And should I be reacting like this on the flagship station of the 76ers the day after a very exciting win? Probably not. But I'd be being disingenuous coming in here today saying I'm all bleeps and giggles after watching that game last night. I enjoyed it in the moment until I had to think about it. And I'm just like, oh, God. All right? How are you feeling?
I'm exhausted being a Sixer fan. It's always been exhausting being a Sixer fan. And that yesterday was the perfect, storm where they go up in a do-or-die situation as an 11.5-point underdog, and they beat them 113-97 outright and absolutely smoked them in their home arena. Now, a lot of things went right for the 76ers. As far as the Celtics struggling, the Celtics hit 3 total shots in the fourth quarter. I think they were 3 of 22, if I'm not mistaken. They went completely cold. The big three, I think White, Tatum, and Brown hit 1 3-pointer in the whole fourth quarter. Like, everything that needed to break the Sixers' way did. They deserve all the credit in the world, John, going up there and extending the series and beating the Boston Celtics. Nobody had it. Nobody thought that they would win the game, and they did. Joel Embiid, what he's been able to do has been masterful. It's been a lot of fun. You know, the frustrating thing for me, and again, it adds the exhaustion, the level of it, because after Game 5, you had Nick Nurse and Tyrese Maxey and the players question the effort. A home game. And essentially, it's a do or die. All playoff games are do or die, right? A home game. And we're questioning effort and defensive prowess and guys with the want. So it's like, all right, and then you go up there and you give me that effort, and it kind of gives you a little gut punch because, man, if you would have gave me that in Game 5, maybe it's a little tighter. If you would have given me that in Game 1, maybe you would have won. I don't know, but this is the reason why it's exhausting being a Sixer fan.
You're such a weird Sixer fan too.
They beat me down, John.
So for the most part, right? You know what I mean? Like you can see where I am with the Sixers. I'm not a big Embiid fan. I recognize how talented he is, but I haven't been an Embiid fan for a long time.
They've beaten me down.
And I had the moment where I turned into the good guy and I said that the Sixers they're going to win a playoff series. Right, that day. But for the most part, I'm kind of negative on the Sixers, and I'm just exhausted. Sean is very supportive. He's been for a long time.
Yeah.
He was touting them to be real title contenders. Right, exactly. In the East. And they win a huge playoff game on the road where they look great.
Sure.
And Embiid came back from having major surgery before anybody else has ever done this by far. And he was amazing last night, and we can't even enjoy it today.
No. I'm enjoying it.
Can we enjoy it?
Yes, absolutely. I can enjoy it. Just don't ask me about tomorrow night. Don't ask me about tomorrow night.
But I didn't ask you about tomorrow night.
I'm sorry, but that's where my mind goes.
I know, me too.
All right, so what are we supposed to do with that? Like last night, it was great. I watched it. I loved it. We went live afterwards. It was awesome.
Yeah, but isn't that all that you want? As a fan, you win Game 5 because we've seen plenty of series where you go back up and they get blown out in that game.
Correct.
They get absolutely blown out. That didn't happen last night. Maxey had a good game. Edgecombe showed up wasn't shooting the ball well again, but Edgecombe showed up late and he played good defense. You saw some rebounding and things like that. I thought Grimes brought real energy and he brought something off the bench that we haven't seen in a while. Embiid was amazing. Like everything that you're looking for. Now they come home. And if they can beat them at home, now you're forcing a Game 7. This is like the dream scenario. And meanwhile, we're coming in here, and I even asked John and Andrew, I'm like, were you guys giddy today? Was there a lot of positive? And John's like, well, there's a couple people that are being negative on the text line. I'm like, oh, so like me and Sean.
But here's the deal. It was fun, and that's all that matters, right? John, I said last night that if they force Game 7, hang the banner. I want a banner that says we forced this into a Game 7 situation.
I agree.
Like, that's a win for me.
You got to put it next to the Billy Joel Conts Out sellouts. Well, you can't put it with the division.
No,
titles.
you got to realize that
and the Wings.
The Wings have come down now because they don't play there anymore. Yeah,
doesn't stay up.
I would imagine that the Wings banners will come down. So now you got all that space that you got to fill in. So this is a perfect spot.
It's a good banner.
If the Sixers force a Game 7, hang the banner.
All right, Ray, where are you? Let's hold on a second. Ready?
Thought you better have gotten that. Yeah. Oh, that was a good one.
I'm slapping myself across the face to try to get me out of this.
That was a Ric Flair chop.
The Sixers deserve better than this. They do. They deserve better than on the flagship station for me to come in. And I'm only being honest with how I feel. Because they did everything and more last night to win that game. And they stayed alive in this series. They didn't have Embiid for how many games of this series, and we're still talking Game 6. Ray?
It's fair.
How you doing?
Oh, come on. Are we not going to play it? Are we not going to play it, Johnny?
Oh, but that's right. But no one's ever done this in radio history. After the Sixers win big games, we play the song. Play the darn song.
Play the song, Salciunas. Who the hell was he hushing in that video?
I think they stole Game 1. I think that one specifically, they stole Game 1 on the road against the Celtics. It feels like that would be he was.
Is that the Harden series?
Yeah. That's a feel fact, though. I have to go back. I see all the different videos.
And he was yelling like Italian phrases. Is that what he was yelling?
Yes, it's an all-time. He's the best. Meanwhile, Meanwhile, I come in here today and I'm like,
No. It's fair. It's all fair. And if people want to tell us we're wrong, I'm fine with that too.
I don't think it's fair.
It is fair.
I don't think it's fair.
John, they got blown out in Game 5 because they didn't have any effort.
Okay, I know, but whether they lost by a point or
Game
lost
4.
by 100 points, it's one loss. And they responded, they came back, and they played with energy that you haven't seen.
Well, where was
that? Was a response game.
Where was that in Game 4? It's playoff basketball, do or die. This is what we've been dealing with year after year after year. It's not consistency with this team.
All right, so here's the number for everything. Voice memos, Davis Honda text line, Davis Honda text line, phone number. 610-632-0975. Let me see you today, 76ers fans.
Yeah.
610-632-0975. I'm admitting fault in how I'm feeling, but I can't deny how I'm feeling. You know what? I'm already feeling better.
Good.
I'm already feeling better, Ray.
Are they winning?
should.
Are they winning tomorrow?
Why you got to do that 10 minutes into the show?
It's tomorrow.
Let's enjoy the win.
All right, come back with your reaction. Tyrese Maxey talked about the fans deserving more than what they got in Game 4.
Don't worry about it. Enjoy the
We
win.
have that for you. Your reaction. Sixers with an unbelievable win last night. It's Middays with Marks, 97.5.
John, why should Unfiltered?
Sixers are contenders for the East. It's as simple as that.
How do we go from that to that?
I don't know.
Come on, snap out of it.
All right. It's just me being realistic to a point, right? But I'm not trying to be the downer. I'm being honest. I am exhausted being a fan of this team. I really am. Like, honestly, I can't walk back what I said yesterday. Ray, what did I say? I wish the series came to a close after Game 4. I didn't want to watch last night.
Because they win, and now you get your hopes up.
And here we are.
And now we're saying, you know what, maybe we can. And then they lose. And then you're disappointed again.
And, oh, by the way, Joel Embiid looked great.
He looked great. He did. He was
Best
great
player
last
on the
night.
floor.
Yep, he was great last night. No doubt about it.
Tyrese Maxey.
The Embiid tease.
Oh, yeah, John, I came away saying that last night, that there is no way a general manager is coming in here and moving him.
I said the same thing.
No way.
I said this to Ray. This morning before you came in. I said, does the Embiid tease help the Sixers and they still say this is an opportunity to move on from him? Or do they say there's no chance we're moving on from him? Look what he's able to do out on the court.
His value's never been higher. Trade him tomorrow.
Well, I agree with you. For people that think that you can't trade him, and you can send him to any organization, and I could go look at the standings and be like, they would take him, they would take him, they would take him, they would take him. And he's an amazing player.
It's unbelievable.
It really
just,
is.
It's just so frustrating.
I'm trying to be down there.
I know you are, JoJo. You are. But there were so many other things in that game. Real quick on this, just from Maxey's perspective, right? And we're all allowed bad outings. We mess up from time to time on this show, sure. Maxey comes out and for whatever reason was not aggressive in game 4. And he heard it. I think he had 3 shots. It was just unacceptable. He said as much. He was laughing. Clearly somebody got his attention because after the end of the first quarter, he had 8 shots up. He was 4 for 8. He was aggressive. He was in your face, playing better defense. Like, the effort was there. And I know it's the NBA, and I'm not going to question effort in March or April or February, but for crying out loud, game 4 at home, in front of your home fans against the Boston freaking Celtics, and you lose by 32, yeah, like I'm not going to just let that go. I can't just be like, all right, on to the next. Ho-hum. Like, and that's why I'm telling you that it is so exhausting being a fan of this franchise like I've never experienced before in my 45 years of existence, fellas, as today is my birthday.
Today's your birthday.
How about that?
Ray,
Happy birthday.
Thank
Did you know this?
I did know it.
Yeah, I've been talking about it all week.
about
I'm a
that?
birthday week guy. You should know that by now.
Well, I wasn't here
I
yesterday.
know.
Otherwise, I probably would have remembered.
Yeah, no, you're good. I was joking. I think I said something on Monday, and then I said it 100
And
times to Ray.
Tuesday, and
Yeah.
well, happy birthday!
Thank you.
45 years old.
45, dude. Where does the time go?
Oh my God!
Where does
well,
it
I mean,
go?
if we got Ray a cake, that means we have to get
No.
Sean a cake.
No cake. No cake. I'm trying to fit some golf shorts. They're a little tight right now.
All right, let's hear from. So we have Tyrese Maxey. We have voice memos we're going to get to. Again, the phone number and the text line number. Davis on a text line where you can send the voice messages. 610-632-0975. Here's Maxey talking about what happened in Game 4.
Our fans deserve a win at home. You know what I mean? We lost a tough one, then we got blown out the water. So we deserve to go out there and fight. After the performance that we put on last time in front of our fans, that was a disgrace and it was unacceptable. So I plan on, making sure my teammates go out there and we fight. And we fight, we scratch and we claw, we try to get another W.
There he is. That's good accountability.
Tell you what. See? He's got now the juices are rolling. Just as simple. Boom. Will soundbite. Fans deserve better. Accountability. We went out there and played like dogs to the point that our coach is questioning effort, defensive play, accountability. Like, what a disgrace that game was. All right. But to hear that from Maxey, I'm appreciative because he obviously understands, and it's unacceptable. It was unacceptable. Now, will the Boston Celtics go, what were they last night? Allow me to just...
The 2 games that the Celtics have lost, they've shot woefully poor from 3 because that's their game.
Yes. Are they going to go 11 for 39 on Thursday night?
So here's what they said. I was listening this morning in Boston to hear what they were saying, and their morning show said that the Celtics aren't going to shoot like that in both of the next 2 games. That's the only way they're going to lose.
But they're not going to shoot like they did in Game 4 either, where they were 45% from downtown. And, oh, by the way, 60% of their shots were threes.
Can the Sixers win if they're in between? If they're not shooting ridiculously high or ridiculously low? Can they? And you know what? Why can't they? Even me, Sean, who is I don't think they're going to win the series. I'm impressed they won 2 games. Like, this series isn't over yet. The Celtics are 5.5-point favorites in Game 6. That's not screaming Celtics. That line's not screaming Celtics. I think it's a very fair line, and maybe a slight nod towards the Sixers as far as being a line. But I mean, is there momentum? Do you believe in momentum from game to game? Yeah, I do.
I think the momentum is clearly on the Sixers side. It's a home game.
But the same thing just happened. They won a road game. The Celtics won a road game, and they had no momentum at home the very following thing. So really, is like momentum a true thing? I think it can be. But they have to come out, and they have to play with that same kind of energy. You saw energy last night, especially in the second half, that you didn't see. Now, that's going to happen when you can't hit any shots and the Celtics are drilling threes and they can't miss. I think that's what happened. It just snowballed. But Embiid was great last night. And when Embiid plays like that, you don't have to rely on Oubre. How many shots did Oubre take in Game 4 early? Like 5 shots, it felt like, and he couldn't make any of them. He sucked. So if Oubre is just the guy that, like, hey, there's no pressure on him, and when he's open for a wide open three, he can nail them. But I mean, here's another thing Embiid did last night. Early on, he was missing threes.
Yeah.
I don't think he took a three in the second half. He stopped taking them.
Joel was terrible in the first quarter.
He was terrible. Absolutely terrible. His shot was short.
Yep.
And then, so I don't know what happened, but he stopped taking those 3-pointers. At least it felt like. I don't remember the last one he took. I'll have to go through but like it was noticeable because he was settling for him.
Yeah. Well, Nurse gave Grimes fourth quarter minutes, so he deserves a lot of credit there. And to the point of the full series, I thought Nick Nurse has been okay as far as the coach is concerned, especially with the defense. Now, if your guys aren't going to get out there and get in players' faces and they're going to give them open shots, you saw what happened. Pritchard went for 32 in that Game 4. Obviously, last night, Pritchard was not the same type of player that he was. And, oh, by the way, you limited just it to 2 big scorers in Tatum and Brown, both throwing 24 and 22. So there's the formula. The formula is there. The path for success is there. It's just whether or not this team is going to fight. And they've had some duds throughout the course of the year. I just don't know what we're going to get. Yes, clearly that Joel Embiid still could be considered the best player on the floor, regardless if Tatum or Brown are out there. He is still the best player on the floor. Point blank in the story. But will that Joel Embiid be the guy that we get tomorrow night? Will they play defense? Will they stay? Will Grimes be that type of guy? Grimes had the key lockdown of the game in that fourth quarter.
He did. Yeah.
Where is that?
Their defense in the fourth quarter was smothering.
All right, well, give me that for the full 4 quarters tomorrow, and we're playing Game 7.
Grimes was plus 18, and a lot of that was in the fourth quarter, like you said. But he was making his threes. He hit big shots.
He did. He was confident.
Well, and they need that. They just can't have fun. Their starting 5 isn't good enough to just have their starting 5.
Well, that's why they brought him back, to be that guy.
Well, first time you're seeing it. All right, Ray, you said that there's a very important text on the Davis Honda text line?
Yes, there's a very, very important text. Could somebody please bring up the fact that Sean said he would grow a rat tail if the Sixers won 2 games in this series? Joey from Downingtown.
I said I'd grow a rat tail?
That's true?
I
wasn't here for it.
I can't grow a rat tail. I mean, I don't think I would say that.
Negative Nate?
I mean, I feel like someone's got to check the tape on that one.
Yeah, I need to tape that.
So what date was that you weren't here?
It was that week.
Oh, it's a whole week. Oh, God, we can't comb through a whole week.
If I said that they would take 2 games, I'd grow a rat tail, like that just doesn't sound like something I would say. I would do it.
Yeah, but that's not a lie.
I don't know if I can grow a rat tail, guys.
Sure
like, you got to on my back of my skull?
Well, you just
stop using the shaver.
Yeah, no, it's in the back. You don't have to do it up at the crown of your head.
All
The
right.
rat tails.
Yeah, if I said it, I need a little bit more. I can't just
We
go
need
off
the
a text
tape.
it.
We need the tape.
I like the texter.
No.
I trust Joey from Downingtown.
All right, so here's what we need. The YouTube chatters listen to every second of the show when
Yes.
they're not fighting with each other.
Oh, yeah.
So we need feedback from the YouTube chat, and also email us or voice message us or whatever. Because I remember the rat tail comment. I don't remember the details.
I don't remember the rat tail at all.
I remember you saying the rat
I remember
tail.
blue. I'm a big paint guy these days. I'm going to paint myself blue, right? And then orange. If the Flyers make the ECF, I'm orange.
I said that.
We're all orange.
Yeah, but how, like, he's not going to be able to grow a rat tail.
Yeah.
He would have
That's what I'm saying. I would never say I could grow a rat tail.
He would have to leave the back of his head.
I could grow a
for
skullet.
months.
I could grow a skullet.
Oh, you would have to.
Get to a rat tail. I don't.
If you said it, you do. I said I would get Nick Foles tattooed on my back. That's permanent.
Yeah, but I just wouldn't say that because I know I can't grow it. So it's like, why
All
would I
right.
say that?
The investigation's
All right.
beginning right now,
Yeah,
Ray.
we'll start diving into the audio. Really good divide, by the way, right now on the text line of the way to feel about the Sixers.
Good.
Really?
Like, really strong 50-50 type. We had one of our first texts was the joy of victory and the agony of listening to you guys complain about it.
No, I totally agree. And seriously, like, even before coming on the air, it's like because if you're a 76er fan today and you're tuning in, I want to hear what John and Sean and Ray have to say about the game. And I come on and I'm like, right? Like, what are you going to do? I don't want people to tune out.
Okay, and then if I get in here and I say, oh, they're going to win
No,
tomorrow.
I know, but I guess that's my point is that one thing that I pledge to do is to not do disingenuous radio. And maybe you got to hold back sometimes because you realize your audience doesn't want to hear negativity. It's not even negativity. It's like you said, it's exhaustion.
We've been doing this for how many years now? I've had multiple games, just similar situations.
However, even just talking about that makes me feel better and makes me more excited for this game.
Okay, I can get down with that.
You know?
Yeah, okay. Let me take it back. Like, I'm excited to see this game. I want to see the Sixers win. Like, don't confuse that. I just don't want to be the guy. Ray, what do you text?
You've been hurt too many times before.
What do you say?
Here we Lucy with the football.
Lucy with the football,
But
boys
I am
and girls.
lining up for that kick right now.
Yeah?
Yeah, he
Come on.
willingly lines up for it. I'm not lining up for anything.
I can't do it anymore. I'm an old wise man.
Yes,
John.
you can do it, and
I
you will do
can't.
it.
I can't. BS. This team doesn't win tomorrow. They just don't. That's what happens with this franchise. Prove me wrong. I want to be wrong.
Will you grow a rat tail if you're
I'll
wrong?
grow a rat tail.
If loving the Sixers is wrong, I don't want to be right, Sean.
They force a game
know me.
7. I will grow a rat tail all next week.
I've been a fool for lesser things here. Let's just enjoy
That's
it.
true.
Like, let's just enjoy it.
Yeah,
No,
they've all been
agree.
Sixer related.
No, I don't think they've all been Sixer related.
But it also it's also the like you guys had just said. There's like who's trading away Joel Embiid after he plays that game right there? You'd be a fool to do it. But you know what else? You know what a lot of people say after they watch Game 5 or Game 4? God, Joel Embiid's terrible. He ruins what that team wants to do. Like, you got to get rid of him. You can't keep doing that with Joel Embiid.
Where are those
It's the
people
Embiid
at?
tease. Boston.
Yeah, I know. No, but there were plenty of Sixer fans that said,
Sure.
he slows things down. You can't play with them. Well, where are they at?
Listen, man, I and we talked about this last week where it's the conversation of, all right, well, I'm gonna take one side, you take the other. I say I don't want Embiid to play. You say you want Embiid to play because he's going to ruin everything. Embiid's playing. So we can have the nonsense conversation of should he play or shouldn't he play. Really, the question is, are you bringing him back next year? That's the real question. He's playing the games in the series, so I don't even need to have that discussion.
Sure.
But like you said, he doesn't play in games they lose. He does play in some games they lose. He plays in other games they win.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. In the games they lose where he struggles, yeah, it's going to look like he's screwing up their offense. This team's not good enough to beat the Celtics without Joel Embiid.
No.
What are we talking about?
Nope.
Can I get 60 seconds on that Embiid thing?
Yes.
Just the idea of they'd be better without him. Because Tyrese Maxey last night, as it turns out, is allowed to shoot the basketball when Joel Embiid is on the floor. We found that out the first half, right? He didn't just take 3 shots in the first half. He's able to do that. He's actually able to shoot the basketball when he's out there. And the Embiid minutes that he's taking minutes from Bona and Drummond. It's not exactly like they've got some sort of 5 that's going to be so much better than what you've got from Joel Embiid out there. And last night you saw late in that game, one of those Grimes threes was the perfect example of why it's great to have Embiid out there. Because guess what? Embiid starts moving into the paint, and guys can't help themselves to try and come off and help. He dishes out to Grimes. I think he had, 8 assists in the game last night? The doubles came for him. He was able to pass out of it. And defensively, late in that game, Jaylen Brown tries to go for the bucket. It doesn't matter that Embiid can't move the same way that he once moved. Embiid stayed about a step with him. Brown knew he's got the size advantage on me, and it impacted what he was going to do offensively. They're not a better team without him. Now, you can argue the future and the way the outlook goes beyond this year. Sure, we can have that conversation. But in the here and now, in this series, I find it very disingenuous for people to believe they're a better team without him.
Well, I mean, Maxey needs to do better when Embiid's on the floor. I remember when they moved on from James Harden, and one of the things that Harden was saying later in his Sixers career was, "Hey, you got to be more aggressive, Maxey. You don't have to defer to me. Like, you're you, and that's good enough." And a lot of people thought with Harden then gone, he would take that next step, and honestly, he has. But he has struggled. Let's think about it. Maxey has struggled this year with the kind of in and out of Embiid in the lineup. Remember, early it was without Embiid in the lineup, everything's great. We know how to play without Embiid. It's great. And then Embiid came back, and then he was out again, and then it was woe is me. We can't figure it out. This isn't fair. And then, it's tough. It's tough for Maxey because, like, how many other players have to deal with their star player, their best player, being out of the lineup as much as Embiid is out? And it's not just for, he missed 40 games because of a knee injury. It's, He misses 10 games. He's back. He misses 5 games. He's
Doesn't
back.
play back-to-back.
Yeah, I mean, this is really difficult on the team for all those reasons. So, yeah, Maxey's got to figure it out. It doesn't mean that it's easy to figure out.
No. And, oh, by the way, again, I'm positive, all right? I'm positive, Sean. It's my getaway day. I'm on cloud 9, boys. He got hurt yesterday. Like, there was a moment where I'm like, all right, Embiid's done.
So the headline on one of the websites I go to that said Embiid's exit the game with a very concerning injury, and I'm like, hang on, it's Monday, it's the morning. You didn't update this because he came back and won.
Yeah, well, obviously I know, but I was like, ooh, that didn't look good. And he goes, and I think somebody said it on the broadcast too. Like, yeah, he went to the locker room, and I'm just like, yeah,
and then he came back out,
and then he comes back out, and he performs. I'm exhausted. And just real quick on Ray, the only reason why people were saying that they can win without Embiid is my take is this, and I never agreed with it, and that's why I was ready to fight people over it, literally, is that what they showed in that game 3. It was, knock him down, drag him out. It was tick for tack. That was a tight game. Embiid didn't play.
Yeah, they played well in the win and game 3.
But it's just, come on, man. We got to be honest with our assessment here and realize the fact that when Joel is out there, they don't have an answer. Nobody could defend him. The issue that I would say from Boston's perspective, other than the fact that they have to knock down those shots, and again, I think that comes back to the Sixers defense, somebody needs to make JoJo work on defense from the Boston Celtics perspective. I don't care if it's Vooch down low. Like JoJo looked like he was relaxing a little bit on defense, which is good. That's a great thing for the Sixers.
Stay on target.
Oh, I hit the button by accident.
That works.
However, if Mazzulla's, you gotta get him active on the defensive side. You cannot allow him to just relax to a point. You got to work him. And the guy just came back from major surgery. You got to make JoJo work. So I would expect that to be the case tomorrow. Who will step up from the Sixers? Will it be Maxey? Can VJ do something a little different? Paul George, come on down.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Talk myself into it.
All right, what do we got, Ray? We have some voice memos here. What do we got?
This is George the plumber from New Jersey. I feel like the win last night, and they get another, they are going to try to rerun this team next year for the Sixers, and this team should be broken up 100%. Focus on Maxey, focus on VJ, and let it go from there. Everybody else is expendable. I would not keep one other person on this roster. Just flip it over, get picks, start over. They had the process before, rerun the process, and do it better this time.
See, my issue is we're having an honest conversation, right?
Yep.
That we don't need that today. That's not today. What we need to do with Joel Embiid, and that's not for today because that's disrespectful to what took place yesterday.
Right.
And the fact they have a game tomorrow. What we're doing is just being honest. Like, I come in here and I told you that by the end of 2 o'clock, by the end of this 4 hours, I will talk myself into the Sixers not only winning tomorrow, they're going to win Game 7. That's where I will be. However, at this point in time, I'm exhausted. I want to believe, I said on January 22nd, this team was in the contender for the East.
Your team, your town, your
might have heard it.
76ers are contenders for the East. It's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Well, you know what, son? So you may not be wrong. Well, if they win this series,
that not be hysterical?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you really have to wait out a take because it may look wrong for a really long time, but if you hold out long enough, it may be right. Now, unfortunately for you, you've had too many heel turns.
Yeah, I'm back
over the course of it.
I'm telling you, it's just what this franchise does to you. It really does.
It is what they do to you.
It's just not easy.
It was over, and then we were back, and then it was over.
Like, if you're a Sixer fan that is like the old school diehard, like you never give up, you believe, you fight for this team, I commend you. Do those people really exist besides the true sickos out there?
Honestly, I feel dirty coming in here today not being excited because, like, this team has overachieved this playoff run. And Embiid has come back from major surgery in an unbelievable game last night.
By winning 2 games against the Boston Celtics, they've overachieved.
So Michael Holley had said that if the Celtics don't sweep this team, what did he say?
Yeah.
It'd be embarrassing, or they.
I didn't agree with it. I could get down with it, but
winning Game 5 in Boston in the fashion that they did is impressive.
Okay, but if it ends in 6, what were you saying before the series? Celtics in 5, Celtics in 6.
I said 5.
Okay,
I said gentleman's sweep.
All right. then yeah, they overachieved.
Yeah, I'm not hanging a. Well, no, we did say we're going to hang a banner.
Oh, we're
No,
hanging.
Game 7, we said we were hanging.
If we go back to Boston, we are hanging a banner. And I hope somebody put money in the ceiling in the locker room and said, boys, we're coming back to get it.
But just and again, we don't want to have the conversation before we have the conversation. But this, like, it's a she loves me not. She loves me not. She loves me. Everybody was getting fired yesterday. Now everybody's coming back today. What is it really? Is Embiid coming back and no one's going to get rid of him? Is Daryl Morey saved his job? You're talking about Nick Nurse has saved his job, and he's done a good. And I don't know what to tell you. I really don't.
No.
If they go 7 against the Celtics,
Oh, man.
I mean, if they win the series, obviously, but just the fact that they've been competitive, but then again, they've been competitive with a roster a lot of people consider a top roster in the East. And Salciunas was saying this to us before he was leaving. If Embiid doesn't go down with appendicitis, are they the 6th seed in the East? Do they make a run there? Because they were primed to make a run. They only missed the playoffs by a game, Ray.
It's so painful because all the reasons why I'm believing again. You watch it and you're like, yeah, that's why we were talking about avoid the play-in. And when the appendicitis happened and Embiid was out, I was like, all right, I'm done. It's over. And then you watch him, and it's like, that's why this entire thing exists. It's the greatest tease of all time.
No, I mean,
The Embiid tease.
if we're being honest, when I was in, it was good. I was in.
Oh, it's always
What
good
is
when
good?
you're in.
No, I was in, man. This team was winning series. They were making the playoffs.
There's nothing better than being in. It's the greatest feeling in the world.
It was, yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
For that day, it was really good.
Let it sit.
It's good.
All right, hang on, because that was something that was brought up as they were moving, and there's too much for me to think about. That was the Spurs game, remember? Was that a home game or was that an away game?
It was away. They lost Spurs Rockets.
Okay.
And they needed to win.
Yeah.
They needed to win a game. They didn't. Then they went to Indiana, and Indiana was trying to lose games, and they won. But Embiid was out before it was the Houston game, right? That he was ruled out for. That's when he had the surgery.
I guess. Look, they were
one game out from making the playoffs.
Yeah, it was all jumbled up. So who knows what we're looking at? I don't know.
But Salciunas looks at it of like, what do you mean things are bad? They just won last night. They would have been a playoff team. Things are great. And what he's talking about when he says that to me is the golden big picture of everything's fine. We're going to run this back, which I desperately don't want. And it feels like the more they win, the more of a possibility of that is to happen. I wish I'm definitely enjoying the win last night more right now because I'm trying to avoid that big picture thing. And it's guys like Salciunas and Sean Bernard. They're like these positive young guys that don't know any better because they haven't been jaded. They didn't grow up like us, Sean.
I assume that we will hear from one Sean Bernard. I'm probably expecting that call.
All right, we have some phone calls and some voice memos, 610-632-0975. You send the voice memo, name, location, occupation on the text line, whether you're texting or you're sending the voice memo. 610-632-0975. We have a pair of Flyers tickets at 12:30. We'll tell you how you're getting them tonight for tonight's game. Tonight's game. I'm going to go in the Game Time app and see what the buy-in price is.
Do it.
To that game, and I'm going to tell you the value you're getting. We're going to play Flyer in an Envelope coming up at 12:30. More on that coming up in a second. Plus, our Dave Dombrowski breakdown is coming up very soon. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
The Phillies.
Flyers tickets 12:30. Oh, I was supposed to go on game time. What would you say the get-in price for the 76ers, or for the Flyers game is?
Tonight? Wow. That is a massive get. Did you see, like, on Crossing Broad, before I give you that answer, there are people, because, Ray, we were there. All my days are running together right now. Saturday for the Flyers, Game 4. And there was an article on Crossing Broad and a lot of comments to Kevin Kincade about mainliners and suits. And
keep them out.
Ray, we were there on Saturday. Did you get that vibe that there were suits in the building?
So I didn't get that vibe.
I didn't get that vibe.
After the game, I had people that came up to me, we're doing all the whole man on the street thing, and people were like, yeah, the energy in there was not what it was for Game 3.
That's fair. But
so only people that live on the main line they're not loud? Only the people that are working class people, you got to be from Delco, Northeast Philly, South Jersey, they're the only people that can be loud?
I just took exception to the yuppie comment about those of us in Fishtown area. They said Old Fishtown can go to the game tonight. Not the
well, he's right about that. We don't need the new Fishtown in there.
The ticket
I think I would be loud.
Probably. I'm just kidding.
Point blank, the ticket prices were the same for 3 and 4. Maybe a tad more on Saturday, obviously, for Game 4 than they were 3, but the energy was definitely different for Game 3. I'm not denying that, but being there, seeing the people that were walking through the entrance, John, there were no suits. There were diehards, okay? We talked to a lot of people down there before the game. A lot of people just ready to go. Was there a different energy on the ice? Sure. In the stands, I don't know.
I was speaking of the stands. That's what I got from people after the game.
All right.
There's different energy in the stands.
Tonight, John,
but what happened? What happened during the game? I'm blanking on what happened at the game.
Game
They fell
4?
behind.
Yeah. So they fell behind early. Okay, guess what happens when you're behind? It's not as loud.
Well, they were down in Game 3 too, though.
And it was different in Game 3. So what? So Game 3, the yuppies didn't come out. It was just Game 4.
Hey, watch who you're calling a yuppie.
First time playoff hockey in that building in forever.
I know.
There was different. Anyways, $225 a ticket.
So $190 right now is the cheapest ticket each.
Okay.
So you're getting a pair of them. $12.30. Flyer in an envelope. And that's $190. These are the worst seats in the house. I don't know where our seats are, Ray.
It's a great question.
Ask Petrilli.
The Coates's corner.
See if he has them. Even if they're the worst seats in the house, I would take them in a second, and I would pay money in a second to get you in the building.
Oh, it's gonna be electric.
You can feel the energy.
I'm starting to get fired up.
That's coming up at 12:30. All right, and we do have. Do we want to tease the Sean? We have the sound. Did Sean say that he would grow a rat tail if the Sixers won 2 games in this series? We have the sound. We'll discuss 11. We'll just do it at 11 o'clock, right?
Yeah, we'll do it at 11 o'clock.
We don't have an interview coming up at 11.
Wait, are you telling me
No.
we found the sound?
We have the audio.
Huh.
Yeah.
Does he have enough context in the audio to where we can hear?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did I say I would grow a rat tail?
Coming up at 11 o'clock. Tim Kurkjian of ESPN at 11:30 to discuss Rob Thompson's firing. And Alex Cora apparently has it's the same. Alex Cora being the next Phillies manager in 2027 is like A.J. Brown getting traded June 1st. It seems like there's already been an agreement that they know it's going to happen, right?
A young lady at the press conference asked that question.
The exact question?
Destiny Legardo asked it.
Was that her?
Yeah.
But it was very short. The question was short, right?
She said, can we assume that Alex Cora will be the manager for the Phillies next year?
He said no. Which is a lie.
Wow.
So and it's not a criticism of her. I think the more poignant question would have been, did you and Alex have conversations about potentially being the manager next year? Don Mattingly is the interim manager. He expressed no desire to be the full-time manager. Did you and Alex say, hey, would you like it next year? Maybe he gives you a different answer. Was anybody expecting Dombrowski to come out and be like, yeah, I talked to Alex and I offered him the job before I fired Rob Thompson?
We said that because I don't know if he's going to
I thought
discuss
he'd
that.
sidestep that for sure.
Yeah.
But no, we're on the phone Saturday night talking to his friends.
For everybody that used to think that Dave Dombrowski would just give you coach speak, oh no, he loves to talk.
He thinks he's like attached to a lie detector every time he steps up there. I mean, the only lie he told yesterday is that Cora's not going to be the manager in 27.
You got to appreciate the fact that at least he's up there and he's giving you like he doesn't care.
You appreciate that hair too.
He's got great hair.
Really good
For
hair.
a guy in his 70s.
Yeah.
All right, do we have Embiid voice memos? Give us a voice memo on Joel Embiid.
For everyone that has yelled at me these past couple days,
Oh, Sean
better without Joel
Bernard.
Embiid, I hope you watched last night. I hope you watched. This is Sean Bernard over at Manny Young checking in from Crossing Broad and DraftKings Network after an absolutely surgical performance from Joel Embiid. 33 points, 8 assists, 0 appendixes in his body right there, and that is the blueprint for beating not only the Celtics team, but any team in the NBA. There is not a player on that roster or in this league that can guard Joel Embiid in a one-on-one setting. So drop it to him in the post. Allow him to cook. And either let the dude score 75 points or bring a second defender and create open three-point looks. That can be replicated in Game 6 and can be replicated in Game 7. This Sixers team is one blown game away from holding a 3-2 series lead over this fraudulent Celtics team. So let's buckle up and get ready. We got a series. Sign me up for the Joel Embiid tease if that's what it is, because I'm all the way back in. Happy birthday, Brace, and talk to you guys soon.
Happy birthday, Brace. All right, well, join the Rat Tail Club. All right? We'll see what Sean said, but if they win the series, grow a rat tail, Bernard.
That's not what I said. And no way would I say that. I can't even grow one. Why would I say that?
I can't. Well, you can grow one. I can't imagine you would say it, honestly.
No, definitely not something he said.
It's AI. You guys did some voice AI stuff. To real quick on Sean Bernard's point about the Boston Celtics, I think it's important. How good are the Boston Celtics? Are they really championship contenders?
I believe so. At least they did.
Yeah, I thought so. But
you look at last night and how they lost. Everything that happened right in Game 4 last night. Pritchard went 1 for 5. Tatum from 3. Tatum 4 and 12. Derek White 0 for 4. Brown 1 for 4. You can give the Sixers credit for their defense and not giving them as many open looks.
Yeah.
They also weren't hitting the shots last night.
It's you live by the 3, you die by the 3.
And they won a championship with the 3. So yeah, that's how you beat them. They go cold. You pressure them enough to where they're not doing enough otherwise, and they're missing all their threes. All right, coming up, Sean Brace, will he be rocking a rat tail? I don't know the answer to this. I know we have audio. We will find out coming up next. Also, the greatest hits of Dave Dombrowski. It is true they have a good club.
I think we have a good club.
Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. All right, let's talk about Comer and Cross for a second. Your garage floor, when you pull in, are you looking at cracked concrete, stains? God, man, I hope you don't have the old epoxy job, right? Check it out. Check out Comer and Cross. They can completely transform your garage floor in just one day, and it looks incredible. We're talking about a true showroom finish. It's like pulling into a brand-new car garage every single night. And right now, 50% off installation. ComerCross.com, C-O-M-E-R Cross.com, 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Here's the best part. They make it easy. They will move all your stuff out of your garage for you. They repair all the cracks and pits so it looks like new, and then you choose your custom Comer and Cross finish. And this is not paint or epoxy. It's built to last. No chipping, no cracking, no tire lift ever, and 50% off installation. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, ComerCross.com.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
We're talking Game 6s. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Sixers forced to Game 6 with a 113-97 win over the Celtics in Boston last night. Joel Embiid, 33 points for the big man. The Celtics going 11 for 39 from beyond the arc. It allows the series to return to Philadelphia for a Game 6 on Thursday night. Game 6 in Philadelphia tonight between the Flyers and the Penguins. The Flyers get their third opportunity to end Pittsburgh's season and move on to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. You'll be able to listen to the game tonight right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. The Phillies won a game last night. They're 1-0 in the Don Mattingly era. Dave Dombrowski met with the media yesterday afternoon, talked about the decision to fire Rob Thompson and what he saw in his decision-making.
First of all, Rob Thompson, he's a wonderful person. He's done so much for this organization. I thanked him for it. But I think at this time I felt that we needed a new voice in there, a little different feeling in the clubhouse at this point.
Tim Kurkjian of ESPN will join us coming up at 11:30 to talk about the Phillies' decision. Jeff Mosher will join us at 1 o'clock to talk about the NFL draft and what's going on with Birds. This update's brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP. Visit MAD.org. I'm Ray Dunn. You're on for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
Yeah, the rat tail's coming. Can you do some Diana Rossini Spotify playlist songs today, too?
Ooh.
She's got a really bad taste in music.
Ooh. Turn the
Agree?
page, John Marks. And you don't even involve Bob Seger, turn the page? Come on, Diana.
Yeah, it's pretty weak.
I just wonder, for the people that have no idea what we're talking about, Diana Rossini apparently created a Spotify playlist for
Her and Mike.
her and Mike. I question whether or not, and this was after a 4-game losing skid by the Titans, apparently. I thought maybe that was something that they would play at practice, like a practice playlist. But anyway, she deleted it. Like,
Of course you do.
so she's paying attention to what's being said about her and all that.
All right, well, let's pay attention to Sean Brace for a second. So April 18th is what happened April 18th?
It was April 16th. We're leading up to the
Hold on, I
playoffs.
can pull up the text message that Nate. April 16th. All
April
right, so
16th.
was this after Embiid? It would have had to be after that. Yeah, Embiid
It was a
already
week
had.
after Embiid had the appendectomy.
And I thought MB would be done.
So we knew they were playing the Celtics. Did they already win the
Correct.
play-in?
No, they did not play
The
the
day
play
after they won the play-in.
because the play-in was. Oh, excuse me, the play-in was the 15th. Correct.
So
sorry.
so now we know the Sixers are playing the Celtics.
Yep.
Correct.
Yep.
And here is Sean Brace.
I could grow a rat tail. I guarantee I give you a rat tail. All right, let's do it. Sixers win 2 games against the Celtics. I will grow a rat tail. Clip that. Put it on there. If they win 2 games against the Celtics, rat tail Brace coming strong.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no getting out of that.
I don't even remember saying that. What does that say about me?
A lot. It does.
Oh man.
So here's where we're at, Ray.
Were we talking about a rat tail before that? Did I just come out to shoot talking rat tail? Like that's not a me thing, I don't think.
I think that you just decided rat tail. I don't
All right.
believe we were breaking down rat tails or anything before that.
We do talk a lot of hair.
It's possible we could have talked about rat tails. I don't remember that, though. And I do remember you saying that, but I didn't remember it was 2 games.
I don't.
Because, I mean, saying win the series, I'll grow a rat tail, that's like, all right, I'm not going to have to grow a rat tail.
Well, I remember saying I would be blue if they went up and took game 1. That was not the case. Before that, I said if they take 2 games in the series, I will grow a rat tail, apparently. And I know why I would say it, because I never expected Joel Embiid to play in this series.
Right.
Never did.
So I Googled how long it takes to grow a rat tail.
Logically.
And it says 3 to 6 months, and yet you have to expect 1.5 inches of growth each month. Sean's bald, so
This is going to be funny.
he shaves his head.
Yes.
So what's a fair? I'm not going to ask the guy for 6 months to grow a rat tail. I don't think that he's a father. He's got to go to Little League game.
I got. Oh, that's going to be great. We got a Coach Charlie. He listens. Shout out, Charlie. Shout out, Mudhens. I would just say this, Ray, because you tell me if I'm onto something here. Because it's basketball season, because it's related. How about the NBA Finals as the chop off? June 21st potentially could be games, or June 19th could be Game 7 in the NBA Finals.
Okay, so that's roughly a little bit under a month from today.
I mean, we also could just buy
Or
you
2
one
months,
of those
2 months.
hats
Sorry.
that got the tail
No,
off
I'll
the back,
grow
do the
it.
show.
No.
NBA Finals.
But that's the other thing is he can just wear a hat and cover it up. Where's the proper placement of the rat tail?
Wait a minute.
Well, you got the fat fat head.
I got the fat back. Whatever that thing is, like when you're bald, you the little cliff that hangs off.
It's fat.
It's like the opposite of a fupa. So come on, let's go with the NBA Finals. That's fair, right? Is that fair?
That's fair for me.
Okay, cool.
Works for me.
All right.
All right, ask the text line if that's enough time to humiliate himself.
I just don't think like we need to take this to 4th of July.
No, we don't need 4th of July. No,
Labor Day.
Believe me, that's enough. So every week, are we going to have to do the ceremonial shave? How big is the diameter of the rat tail?
A Band-Aid.
A Band-Aid?
Yeah, like a Band-Aid, a length of a Band-Aid. And then the size of it. So it's not going to grow.
All right, well, I'm going to have to do more research.
All right,
How big is it a box or is it a...
No,
They
what's
haven't
the
really
shape
been
of
in
it?
fashion since I've been paying attention, so I don't really know what's
well,
up
that's
about.
my Band-Aid point, is that, like, look, I'm putting my index finger out like that, my pointer finger, excuse me. So is your pointer your index?
Yes.
Yes. All right. So there you go. I'm putting that out there. Boom. That's the size. That's the length. And then as it continues to grow, it'll get bigger. Not longer, though. It will only stay the size of or the length of a Band-Aid. My index finger.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to do more research.
All right, you do that.
When I just Googled right there, it gave me a real rat. when I asked how big a rat tail is, and it showed me how big a rat tail is. A rat's tail. I'm like, ooh.
Rat tail brace coming your way.
All right, more on that coming up here in a little bit. And by the way, it's Sean's birthday today. So, again, happy birthday to Sean.
Thank you.
All right, Ray.
Feels good to be alive.
I was out yesterday. Dave Dombrowski and the Phillies fire Rob Thompson. Rob Thompson does a Zoom call later in the afternoon, which was totally unexpected and really unnecessary. I'm glad he did it because he's a really good dude. He is. Like he showed his class. He showed everything you're looking for out of like somebody to represent your company or your organization. That's really been Rob Thompson since they hired him. He's never thrown a player under the bus. He's never been arrogant towards a media member. He's never he's done everything with great class. I've met Rob down in Clearwater a couple times. And you know what the funny thing is, and I noticed it yesterday with that video, he doesn't look the same without his hat on. He's a really handsome guy.
He is.
That's what I told him. He was at a down in Clearwater. They have two separate times they bring down advertisers, companies that spend money, and so you'll have agencies down there, like advertising agencies down there. Some guys that I know, and there's this dinner, and it's outside and it's really nice, and it's like I'm talking to like this. It's kind of like a group of people. I'm just kind of standing there. I don't even realize that one of the guys is Rob Thompson. Because he had he was dressed very, very nicely. And I'm like, oh my God, it's Rob Thompson. And he's very handsome. And he's a really, really good dude. So I was like, I was impressed with Rob Thompson as the manager here. He had really good success. He did. They didn't win a World Series. They had really good success. But as far as the dude and the manager and how he handled himself, like A+.
Sure.
Couldn't believe he did a Zoom yesterday.
Yeah, that was surprising. But it also, because another thing I said to Ray, I go, it has the feel of like a Phillies ambassador. They want to do right by him. He'll be at the Clearwater camps, the fantasy camps, I thought.
So they had said that possibly a special assistant, and because he had said he wants to stay in the organization.
Great.
Now, he may get a job on a different staff, and he'll go want to do that. I don't know. I don't know where it goes to. No, but yeah, you're right. Yeah, like Ed Wade was a special assistant. Charlie Manuel has been with the organization. Yeah, like he should be a part of the organization if he wants to.
He's a Phillies Wall of Famer.
Does he make the Wall of Fame, Ray?
Absolutely.
Okay.
He's a Phillies Wall of Famer.
But you can put him in sooner than later because his playing career is not over.
True.
Like the other guys that were in the World Series a couple years ago, they're still going to be playing.
Yeah.
You're not going to put them in.
Tough thing for him is going to be we're just hitting the backlog of 2008.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's going to have to wait. Like, you're not putting Rob Thompson in before, like, a Howard.
No, but say you put a couple guys. No, you're right. You have to leave that separate. You can't put a Rob Thompson in with Ryan Howard.
2032? Little 10-year anniversary?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, this quote got me, though. He said, quote, and this is from Luke Arcani. He was down there. He said, I haven't spent a summer at home in 42 years. Thank God my wife got a pool in our house. Maybe I'll go for a swim.
Yeah,
Thought that was pretty good.
And then he's probably going to be going out of his mind. Like he said, he's going to watch the game. He goes, oh, I'll watch the game tonight. I will. He's like, I want the guys to do good. It's like, you know what? Like, that's the way to handle it. Even if, like, because I think a normal person would be anybody that's been in the game as long as Rob Thompson realizes you're hired to be fired. And even if it's not your fault, the manager loses jobs when teams don't win. That's just a simple thing. So do hitting coaches normally. Not with this hitting coach here. But like Dave Dombrowski at the press conference, I wouldn't say he was cold, but it was very much a, hey, it wasn't easy. Rob's a great guy. I fired him. You know what I mean? Like it's part of the job, and it is. Do we have that? So, and we'll get into Dave Dombrowski here, but here's Dave Dombrowski talking about that.
He's a wonderful person, done a lot, works hard, very conscientious. But I think at this time I felt that we needed a new voice in there, a little different feeling in the clubhouse at this point. Rob was the first to admit that he doesn't know what's really going on. He's a little bit surprised on how we performed. I know you're going to have a Zoom with him later on, but he's been a little bit surprised. But I just thought at this time was the right time to get a different voice with some different direction, with a lot of the common, of course, Don's been part of our staff here all along, so he's got a pulse of his feelings on how we can perhaps improve a little bit here, a little bit there.
The other thing that ended up catching me is that John Middleton apparently was crying.
Yeah.
Not about Johnny Callison or anything.
Tears in the eyes.
Tears in the eyes.
Yeah, I if I was Middleton, if I was the owner, I'd probably be crying too. I would have tears in my eyes. I'm emotional. You don't like to fire anybody. He's been a big part of their success.
Yep.
You got to do it.
Can I give you an unfair take after one night?
Absolutely. Yes, the Phillies win 7-0 last night.
Yeah, the unfair
Right on
take is
cue.
I don't think Don Mattingly is a change with anything. I think Rob Thompson and Don Mattingly are the same manager.
Don Mattingly may give you less than Rob Thompson.
Oh, my goodness.
So I don't. Did you guys talk about this yesterday? He had said in spring training, and maybe he was just saying this to deflect off of Rob, that he's the manager in waiting in case they struggle. He had said he doesn't have the energy to be the manager. When it's like, okay, well, guess what? You're the manager. And I think the energy will be fine for being the manager.
Sure.
But he doesn't seem like he's going to have much of a different approach.
They said, did you say anything to the team? He's like, yeah, congratulations. And like chuckled after the win and moved on. Like,
it was such a great answer. 'Cause it's true.
Yeah, you have to be that guy, right? You can't be. So what do we expect Don Mattingly to be different in as far as any categories than Rob Thompson?
You don't like you can be different. He doesn't have to be outside of himself. Like you could have hired somebody that maybe has I don't know, like is a bigger presence or like has the gift for gab, gives great speeches to fire guys up. I don't know. That's not Don Mattingly. I mean, I can just tell you that.
I thought people wanted somebody to flip the spread.
No, I mean, I had, I just think that what it accomplishes is it just wakes these guys up. And it's like, hey, listen, people lose their jobs. I mean, Bryce had said they interviewed everybody before the game. Bryce had said they were talking about it in the clubhouse, that everybody knew that something was going to happen. Everybody knew something was going to happen. You can't play like that and keep your job.
Correct.
If you're the manager. Somebody's going to lose their job. And they knew it. So what do we have here, Ray? We have the answer on Alex Cora. Mm-hmm. This is by far the most interesting thing that Dave Dombrowski said during the press conference, which was he admitted that he was speaking with Alex Cora. He admitted that he was discussing the job, the Phillies job, and then we don't have this in the cut, but afterwards he talked about after Cora said he didn't want the job, then they met the next day and they decided it was time to move on. But here's Dombrowski talking about the Cora angle.
Yeah, I did. I talked to Alex. We never got down to the nuts and bolts of things, but I did talk to him. I mean, he actually called me Saturday night. He just called me as a friend Saturday night after he had heard about it because I guess he calls me one of his mentors, and we talked, and he had never been through that before. We talked on Sunday morning. I think Alex Cora is one of the finest managers in the game of baseball. I say I've been fortunate enough to work with Hall of Fame managers like Tony La Russa and Jim Leland. I've been very fortunate in my career. I think if Alex Cora decides to keep managing, he has a chance to be in that same category. That's how good he is. And I talked to him on Sunday morning. We talked about potentially taking the job. I had told him I'd really come to the conclusion at that point that if he took it, I was going to make a change. And I thought that he might take it. But as time went on over the next day into Monday morning, it was apparent from his perspective that he wanted to take time with his family. You know, he's paid for, and it wasn't because of pay, it wasn't because he's paid through the next year, but he just felt that he wanted at this point to be a father first and foremost. And so that's what he had decided.
Yeah, other than like you want to rush down 95 and take over this train wreck of 9-19.
Right. Yeah. Or you wait, and we're going to have Tim Kurkjian coming up at 11:30, ESPN Hall of Famer. Amazing. Every insider, I didn't hear what Buster said this morning, but I'd heard him say before. Buster only was on with the guys this morning. Every insider is saying Alex Cora will be the manager of the Phillies in 2027. He just sits this one out. Don Mattingly rides the rest of the season. Don Mattingly isn't going to be the manager going forward. And then Alex Cora is your manager next year.
All right. I need 20. Why is Dombrowski automatically going to be here next year?
That's the other part of it, Ray, is that, yeah, I mean, I'm just telling you, if they don't improve and they miss the playoffs and it's bad,
yeah,
Dombrowski may not get an option to hire his
Paint
guy.
that picture. Extrapolate the numbers for me. If they continue to go 9-19 or now 10-19, close out the season. And I know that's worst case scenario. Nobody wants it. I don't want it. I get it. But if that's the reality, Dave Dombrowski should not be in charge of picking the next guy or signing another player.
Maybe Bob Nightingale was correct. Maybe Dave Dombrowski does have free reign. He talked about how he had no conversations with John Middleton about firing Thompson. He obviously had conversations because that's the owner, but he led you to believe that
he's very comfortable.
Oh, he's very comfortable in his role.
That's the word. And if I can get my own 20 over here for comfortable. All right, you heard him just wax poet about Alex Cora. when he mentions all the great managers he works with, he doesn't mention Rob Thompson, which is fine. If you don't think he's in that class of managers, that's great. That's whatever. You've now run it back with him a couple of years here. There were times to get off that exit ramp. And I'm not saying that I was calling for the firing of Thompson before, but if you don't believe that he is giving you the edge that some of these other managers could potentially, he's just comfortable. He's comfortable with the fact Rob Thompson's here. All right, Rob Thompson will be the manager until it doesn't make sense. Well, it didn't make sense. We were 9-19.
Right.
Now we move on from him. So guess what they're going to do? They're going to finish this season with Mattingly, and then what's he comfortable with? Alex Cora. He's going to go out and Alex. The imagination here, and it's been a problem in terms of roster construction, the imagination here doesn't exist. It's what have I done before that's worked for me? What's worked? Let's keep that rolling.
There's no urgency.
There's no urgency. There's no real creative outlet here.
Dave Dombrowski's been running teams for how many years? 30 years?
Longer than I've been alive.
So he's seen it. He's seen everything. And he knows from his perspective, he said it at the press conference at the end of the year. If this happens, if that happens, if the umpire doesn't miss the strike, we could have beaten the Dodgers and won a World Series. He meant every single word of that. He knows what years they're not going to win, and I don't think that really bothers him. He knows what years they should win, and he knows there's probably years where you shouldn't win that you do win, right? He's seen too much baseball, and you can hear that urgency when he speaks. He's doing the best that he can to put a team out on the field that could win. And if they don't win, it's not his fault. It's the circumstance of baseball. That's his attitude.
Yeah.
That's what he sounds like.
You know, it's crazy.
Fine line.
You brought up the experience. Well, my experience watching teams is the difficult job for a GM. We talk about Ruben Amaro a lot when we look back at the 08, 09 teams, 10, so on and so forth. It's not about building a roster. It's about having the guts and intuition of when to tear it down, when to make a move.
But they needed a move.
After L.A., you could have gotten rid of Rob Thompson. He got outmanaged. That bunt was terrible. There were multiple times that he got outmanaged in that L.A. series. You could have made the change, and you didn't. Now, why? Because everybody's comfortable.
Yeah, because maybe he earned another year. Well, by the way, he didn't even last 30 games the next year, so it's not like that Dave wasn't ready to do it. I don't know if John Middleton says we're not getting rid of him. I don't know if Dave thinks it's fair to get rid of a guy that had – I mean, if you're going to come out and say we very easily could have beaten the Dodgers and won the World Series, you can't fire the manager.
Yeah,
right?
He's comfortable.
That's true.
No, but we're all agreeing here that he's comfortable.
Yeah.
I needed some urgency. I was pissed off from the second that press conference happened last year. I wanted urgency. I wanted I can't stop thinking how close we were and what can I do in the offseason. I wanted the Howie Roseman answer to everything.
You remember that umpire told JT that it was a strike.
I say apologize after the game, and what if the ball was on the other side, right? Like I want Howie, because can Howie run the Phillies too? Damn it!
What is that voice? It's
I would say no.
I know it's your Dombrowski, but it feels like it's a cartoon too. It's like
it's like a Thurston Howell type voice.
I'm feeling like I'm picturing a stork.
If Thurston Howell and Dave Dombrowski made love and had a child, that's who it would be.
There you go. Nice.
Right.
It's a fine eye.
She. It's a combination of a lot of different arrogant, rich.
Just real quick on Tim Kelly from.
Do you want to play it?
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
All right, so here's our buddy Tim Kelly from On Pattison, and the question and the answer to Dave Dombrowski.
Dave, given some of the shortcomings, whether it's in roster construction or production, why do you think Phillies fans should still believe that you're the right person to lead the front office?
You can answer that question. I'm not going to get into that.
That is good.
Oh, poor Tim.
That was great.
And it's a good question by Tim. It's a ballsy question by Tim.
And it's a great response.
Well, I would have bet dollars to donuts that he was going to not have anything to do with that. But very quickly.
I like the way I wish he would have answered the question, but he didn't, and I don't mind that response. That was quick.
I don't either.
That was quick. I'll give it to him.
You think Dave Dombrowski, baseball royalty, is going to answer some pandering question?
Great question.
And that's something reserved for sports radio when some guy's trying to keep his job, and we ask the question like, tell me, Dave, why should Phillies fans believe that you can build this team back up? And then he gives a somewhat thoughtful. Dave wasn't in the mood of giving thoughtful answers. I don't think he's really ever. He wants to be thoughtful and answer questions, but he's not going to pander to anybody.
That was good.
No.
Well, what he said right there is, yeah, I'll see you in Cooperstown. I bet you'll be covering my induction ceremony. That's what he said there.
Yeah, but he did. But he did not. Imagine if he did say that.
Nobody did.
That's the context of it right
No,
there.
that was, and like you said, I'm okay with the answer, honestly. It made him sound pretty arrogant, but like Ray just said,
it was quick.
Yes, I'll see you in the Hall of Fame, sucker.
What's he say? He's saying, hey, Tim, you know what? You answer that question for me. Tell me all my accomplishments back to me right now.
That's a question for Klentak, not for Dombrowski.
Stop by next time you're in Cooperstown and tell me what my bus looks like.
And I'm glad Tim is willing to ask that question.
Yeah, it was a great question.
Yeah, good
Great
for
question.
Tim to do that. And he quickly followed it up with an Aaron Noah question.
He did. Right.
And Dombrowski pretty much said, yeah, he sucks. I know it. Sorry. Right?
We'll be fine. The arm strength's still there.
Yeah, he talked about his arm strength. Great.
I'm glad he didn't bring up the WBC performance.
All right, this is going to be fun. Tim Kurkjian's coming up next. Longtime ESPN insider. His thoughts. Did he see it coming? Probably. Did he think it was the right move for the Phillies to do? And does he agree that Alex Cora, just like you don't have to activate the swipe card yet, but start doing some work behind the scenes because he's going to be the manager in 2027. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Talking Game 6s, I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Updates brought to you by Positive Coaching Alliance. Questions about youth or high school sports, Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, develops better athletes and better people through sports. Info at positivecoach.org. The Sixers forced the Game 6, 113-97, the win over the Celtics last night in Boston. Joel Embiid, 33 points. The Celtics 11 for 39 from 3. As now the Sixers trail the series 3-2, come back to Philadelphia Thursday night for a Game 6. Tonight, a Game 6 in Philadelphia. Flyers, Penguins, Flyers, the opportunity to move on. Third consecutive opportunity to send Pittsburgh home. You can listen to that game tonight right here on The Fanatic. The Phillies won a game last night in South Philadelphia. Don Mattingly's first game as interim manager. Dave Dombrowski met with the media yesterday following the firing of Rob Thompson. Remind everyone, they've got a good club.
I've always said, you can always be better. We win 96 games, you can be better the next year. There's no perfect club. I think we have a good club.
We'll talk to Tim Kurkjian of ESPN coming up next about that club, the decision to fire Thompson, and everything going on with the Phils. Jeff Mosher joins us at 1 o'clock to talk about everything going on with the Birds. This update's also brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP or visit MAD.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
With Marks, John Marks, Sean Brace, Ray Dunn. Phillies fire Rob Thompson right on cue. Don Mattingly's first game. They win 7-0 last night.
Somebody said Mattingly put HGH in their milkshakes.
Right. I mean, Don must be a really good manager to get a win in his first, or he's going to do pretty much what Rob Thompson was doing. And it's up to the players. We're going to discuss this with a Hall of Famer, first time on this edition of the program, from ESPN, longtime baseball analyst, insider, reporter, Tim Kurkjian joins us. Tim, thanks for a few minutes. How are you? Oh, sorry, I don't have him here on the thing, Ray.
Ooh,
is he there? Let's try it.
I'm here.
Hey,
Tim, what an anticlimactic. Tim, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. Everything's okay.
Good. All right. Were you surprised that they made the move on Thompson?
Mildly, yes. After Alex Cora got let go by the Red Sox a couple days earlier, you thought, well, the connection, Dave Dombrowski, Alex Cora. If Alex Cora can get fired, anybody can get fired. So it mildly surprised me. It really surprised me that they took a really good manager and got rid of him, or fired him. But this is the way the game works now, fellas. And I know when you're 10 games under and you had a 10-game losing streak and you're 10.5 games behind a pretty darn good Braves team, yes, something maybe has to be done. But let's be clear, to blame the manager for a team that is 28th at the time, at least when the move was made, in runs scored, 28th in ERA. They were hitting 219 as a team, 179 against left-handed pitching. I mean, sorry, I just can't blame the manager that the players performed that poorly, and that's ultimately why firings are made just like this.
Yeah, I think everybody agrees with what you're saying, but in particular in Philadelphia, we look back at Joe Girardi, and I remember after the Phillies fired Joe Girardi and Thompson became the manager, and it's the question we're getting right now. What is the manager going to do differently? The players are the one playing, but with the Phillies and Thompson, they took off after that, and they really haven't looked back until the beginning of the season. So, what can Don Mattingly do? Why would the Phillies play differently? Why do players sometimes play differently when there's a new voice in charge?
Yeah, sometimes just the new voice means something. I've never understood this. The one thing I do understand and will always understand about baseball is how hard it is to play and how unpredictable it is. I mean, great NBA jump shooters aren't terrible for 2 months at a time. They're just not. But baseball players, really good baseball players, hit slumps inexplicably, and they're terrible for 2 months. And then they come out of it, and they're great again. And I've asked a million players these questions. What happened when you were struggling? How did you come out of it? The answer is usually, I don't know. It's just something happens. And that's the way it is with an entire team. This team obviously is way better than the team we've seen so far. And sometimes it just takes a jolt like this, and you say, all right, we're not going to stink anymore. We got to go. We got to go now. And maybe just a different voice does that, but it's got to be more than that yet. As unpredictable as this sport is, it's really hard to put a finger on how things operate.
Yeah, and we're talking to Tim Kurkjian, ESPN. So let me ask you that, because I agree with you. And even Rob Thompson, when he was asked, Dave Dombrowski yesterday said, Dave can't even explain or Rob can't even explain what happened. It's just weird. He can't. If he knew, you could try to fix it, right? So let's play hypotheticals here. If they don't improve, if Don Mattingly coming in doesn't change things, and they finish under 500, and they don't make the playoffs, I know everybody's connecting the dots, and I believe you said that Alex Cora is going to be the manager in 2027. Is Dave Dombrowski completely safe being here going forward?
Well, I mean, if they fall flat, look, he's a Hall of Fame caliber executive. Let's be clear about that. And I would trust him with just about anything in baseball because he's really good at this. But if the team finishes under 500 and you look around and say, all right, the mix on the team is not right, the window is closed, whatever you want to call it, yes, you have to think everyone is vulnerable in the organization. Do I think that's going to happen? No. And I think we're just going to have to see how the next couple months go. Maybe they take off. Maybe Don Mattingly really does a great job and manages the team next year. That sounds a bit unlikely to me because from everyone I've talked to, Alex Cora likely will manage this team next year. But, of course, it's way too early to make a strong prediction there because we have to see how the team plays. And what if it plays really, really poorly and things change and people are traded with? Well, maybe Alex Cora wouldn't want to come here.
Right.
So these are just a bunch of questions that need to be asked.
Yep, exactly that, Tim, and we'll see how it plays out. But, of course, we're doing Sports Talk Radio, so we're trying to give a little bit of the answers at the same time here. It's April 29th. A lot of baseball to be played. The thing I'm holding on to, Tim, for the change for the Phillies to all of a sudden get this thing going, and you saw it last night, Luzardo goes 7 innings strong. We haven't had much good starting pitching. So I'm coming back to the fact that the back of the baseball card is the cliche that we continue to throw out there. Putting the hitters to the side, I think these starting pitchers for the Phillies can be much better. Is that how you're seeing it? And if the Phillies are going to get back to winning baseball, is that the direct path? Is that what they need more than hitting?
Absolutely. It all usually every team starts with starting pitching. And when the entire Phillies rotation is healthy, it's a really good rotation. Now that Zach Wheeler's back, we'll see how good he is. He was pretty good in his first start, but they got to get Aaron Nola straightened out. Andrew Painter certainly is better than this. Zardo was better than this until last night. Now we see how dominant he can be when he's right. Christopher Sanchez is a Cy Young candidate the last couple of years. So, yes, their pitching should be good. But when the day that Rob Thompson was fired, they had a team ERA over 5. That's just inexplicable, like we've been talking about. How can this happen? It happens all the time in baseball, and then it can just turn as quickly as you can imagine, and you can't explain that either.
Yeah, Tim, like you had mentioned this earlier, but it's something that as fans and media in Philadelphia, you start to wonder. We're so knee deep in everything. The view from the outside, is this team really as talented as we think they are? Because the starting pitching's not great this year. It's what's carried them in the past. Dave Dombrowski thought he had a top rotation, a top bullpen, and the lineup would be good enough. Well, when you don't have a great rotation, you're finding out the lineup really isn't good enough. Outside of the top 3, and they've been okay, I just don't know what this offense looks like going forward.
Yeah, this is confusing. I mean, they're playing a rookie in the outfield, and even though he's played really well so far, is he going to continue to do that once teams adjust to what he's doing? I mean, Alec Boehm is a really good player having a really bad year, and with everything circulating around him in his personal life, it's a miracle he's even playing because it's so hard to play this game. Your head better be on straight, and I can't imagine how it could be for that guy with everything going on in his life. I mean, Trey Turner got 4 knocks last night. He's got to hit 300 again. Bryson Stott has to become the player he was a couple of years ago, and Bryce Harper has to be a great player again, a great player. And Kyle Schwarber's going to hit 40 more. We know that. But, yeah, maybe it's a bit of an overrated offensive team even when everyone's right. But I still think we went into the season thinking this is the playoff team. They're going to win 90 games, and now they're going to really have to work to get to that.
Tim, quick one for me on the way out here. The Braves, 21-9. Are they going to run away with this division, in your opinion?
I think they're going to win the division. I don't think they're going to run away with it. I don't think they're good enough to run away with it, but they're much better than they were last year. Offensively, they are really dangerous with some of the people they have. And Ronald Acuna hasn't even gotten going yet. The guy's got 2 home runs. And their starting pitching has been banged up with injuries all year, and they are still where they are. So I think they're going to win the division. I rarely say that on April the 29th, but with the lead they have, the way the Phillies and the Mets have played, I really like where the Braves are right now. And in theory, they're going to get better because some of their better hitters are going to hit more, and they're going to get some pitching healthy. So I think they win the division. I'm not going to say they're just going to run away and hide.
Amazing stuff, Tim. Tim known, some people think it's baseball, but a lot of people, Tim, you don't know this, they know you from your son, Jeff, who is a co-host on the Andy Summers show here on one of our sister stations, WXTU. But I didn't know you guys you do a podcast together.
Yeah, and we're taping in about 20 minutes. We do 3 a week every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Tuesday is our interview day. We had Joe Buck on this week. He was hilarious. We've had Jim Palmer. We've had Max Scherzer. We've had some interesting guests so far. It's been a lot of fun. We don't have hot takes like everyone else gives. We laugh when we learn on our show. We certainly have a good time, and it's the thrill of a lifetime for me, old Pop, to do a podcast with his son.
Very cool. Well, get to that podcast, then. We appreciate it.
Now following. I had no idea. Nice work there. Very cool.
Thanks, Tim.
Okay, guys. See you.
There he is, Tim Kurkjian.
I was going to ask him about a Baltimore reference, but.
What, Wire?
No. That would have been good.
I mean, I don't know.
Your favorite season from The Wire. Did you like season 2 down by the docks, Tim?
He might. I'm going to ask Jeff if he could give an answer on that.
Wait, so
He may give an answer.
Jeff does what?
He's the co-host producer, Andy Summers, WXTU, our sister station.
Really?
Yeah.
His son works here in this building?
Yes.
Down the hall.
Down the hall.
Did you know that?
I did. I've also been,
I didn't know
running the
that.
calls for.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
Cool.
There you go. All right. Coming up. Man, we still have some more to talk about from the Dombrowski press conference, including, do they have a good club? They do have a good club. 12:30.
I think we have a good club.
Flyers playoff tickets. We're going to play Flyer in the Envelope. Don't go anywhere. Middays with Marks.
The
reality that they're going to blow a 3-0 lead. They better not, and I'm not going into tonight's game worried about it. It's going to be a tough game. Of course, you'd rather the series be wrapped up and going into Game 6. But I am not going into tonight's game worried about, oh, my God, we're gonna blow it. We had the 3-0 lead.
No, I'm right there with you. It was always Flyers in 6, John. Yeah, it was great to be 3-0, have an opportunity to close them out in Game 4. I'm with you. Went out there, tough spot. Game 5, Pengs. The thing that I would say is two parts. One is Penguins are clearly playing better hockey.
For sure.
They're looking a little bit more crisper with their passes. They're defending the Flyers better. And they're playing smarter, a little bit more discipline, right? So my naked eye tells me that the Penguins were the better team the last 2 times out. Not by much, but the better team. Also, the refs were clearly in their favor in their home barn. Now, hopefully that comes over, and the Flyers get a little love tonight. Am I asking
for maybe,
too much?
Maybe the best players on the Flyers be more productive. Like you were talking about how the Penguins are – and you have the Darth Vader mask.
Lord Vladar needs to.
Well, I mean, he's been okay. That was a fluky goal. The third goal was fluky.
All right. Well, we can't let up fluky goals.
I mean, yeah, but is he really playing all that worse than he was earlier in the series?
Somebody pointed this out yesterday.
Ricky came in.
Is he dealing with a little bit of an injury?
I mean, that's not what happened on the third goal. It bounced in between the glass and the boards and it
tugged it
squirted
in.
Back. No, I know. I'm not saying it was a good play, but that has nothing to do with injury.
No, I'm with you. But if you ask Lord Vladar, could he play better? I think he would say
Of course he could. Yeah, I mean, you could give up no goals. That is a possibility. But, I mean, he wasn't overly spectacular before. He just didn't give up bad goals. He was good.
Well, the 14 games heading into Game 4, they held them to 1 or no goals in 7 of those.
I just don't think. I don't think the first couple games the Penguins didn't get good chances. They've had good chances the last couple games. So at least Game 4. This is going to be. I'm not telling you it's not going to be a tough game. They've won 2 good games with their backup goalie, and guess what? The Flyers were in both of those games. They were in Game 4 where they were down a goal and they had an odd man rush where they could have tied it up in the second period. And then they were actually tied. They fell behind 2-0, and it's like, oh crap, they score in 6 seconds.
Correct.
And then they tie it. So it's not like that they've been outclassed or really out. I mean, the Penguins have played much better.
Yes. And
they've played better the last 2 games. But there wasn't this big differential of how the 2 teams were playing.
Well, I have to ask you, and again, I am with you. I believe. I'm not scared one bit. But who are you ready to put your neck out for? Who are you counting on tonight from the Flyers?
Zegras needs a goal. And more. The top line, these guys need to score. They got 1 shot, I think, and it was Martone that got 1 shot in Game 5. Yeah, they need to do more. And Ristolainen also, he just like, especially on the power plays or when they had the empty net, he don't want to do anything. You got to put pucks on net, Sean.
Oh, listen to you.
Good things happen when you put the pucks on net.
Pucks deep, John. Pucks deep.
And you can hear me smiling saying that, but it's true. I feel like a hockey guy.
Cliches are they are so true.
But it's true. Yes. You're not putting any pressure on the Penguins by putting the pucks on the net. Maybe to make a run at them. You know, which game was it where they ran the goalie and he was all flustered by it. Then they scored a couple of goals.
Yeah, it was Game 3.
Was it Game 3 that they ran him over?
Yeah, that was when the whole brawl started, and they ended up with the party and
there you go, changed the game.
Correct.
So you're not worried about tonight?
No, look, I think it's going to be a tight game. I'm ready for some uncomfortable feelings on the couch. Absolutely, it's playoff hockey, man. It's Game 6.
I think this is a decisive win.
Really,
not a blowout, decisive win. Yes.
Well, what's a decisive?
4-2.
That's going to be a really easy win to take from my couch.
Backup goalie in the Wells Fargo Center. 4-2 win.
Okay.
Ray?
They let the scoundrels back in, man. We're going nuts tonight down there at Xfinity Mobile Arena. It is going to be Flyers in 6. Give me a 5-2, 4-1, just wild night.
Are you going?
These old men got nothing left. No, I'm not. I might be in South Philly tonight, but I'm not going.
All right. Now, is there any truth to the rumor that they're making people bring their W-2s? Fans have to prove that they don't make a lot of money to get into the
If that's the case, I'm in.
Hey, that's a tax bracket. Nope.
I'm at the perfect tax bracket for that one.
Yeah, I guess, no, it's fine. I don't want to step on the bit. No, I think it's good. if I'm the Flyers, I think I got to do something a little different to get them going a little bit.
It seems like Mitchkov might be back tonight.
I'm not even talking about the team. I'm talking about the in-arena experience. I need this place on fire. Yeah, because I thought it was a really good vibe in Game 4. Clearly, it was different than Game 3. So how can you get the juice matched up to Game 3?
Play better.
I could do a little something more from the in-arena experience.
I'm not telling you couldn't. If the team doesn't play better, you can have you can have the Rocky thing up on the board. You can do whatever thing you want to do.
Rocky, John. Rocky.
Adrian's laying in bed in the hospital.
Sidney Crosby on the ground. Yeah, no, there were plenty of diehards there, man. Like that's why I get it. It was one take, and then next thing you know, Kevin put a post out, and it was funny. But at the end of the day, I was there, and I saw nothing but Flyer faithful. A lot of Lindros, a lot of old school. Bobby Clark. No Brendy.
No.
Yeah, that's another thing. Oh, by the way, Carolina's just relaxing.
Oh, the plant right into the Flyers' hands.
Right into the Flyers' hands.
Yeah, they take a week off. That's what I'm saying. There are some people that believe the Flyers have tanked these 2 games because they want Carolina to be off for a long time.
Oh, I would rather have a couple days off to relax and get my legs underneath me. But
rust always beats rest.
Gotcha. Rust over rest.
But if they win tonight, then they don't play till Saturday. Would that be correct? Probably. Flyers.
You mean Penguins win tonight?
Flyers. No, if the Flyers win tonight,
Game 7 scheduled for Saturday if it happens.
Correct.
Okay, what I'm saying is the next series would be. I think start on Saturday.
That's a true hockey man. I haven't looked.
So
at the
you
next
could still
series.
win today and get the rest, and then Carolina's off for a whole week.
Yeah,
telling you.
Rust versus rest. Bank the show sheet.
Flyers are playing chess. Carolina's playing checkers.
4-2. John Mark says over 5.5. Bank it.
Coming up, news at noon featuring an angry mad dog or angry mad dog, not an angry mad dog. Angry mad dog.
Depends the way you look at it.
So Mad Dog Russo's mad?
No way.
You don't say. JJ Redick and Mike Vrabel. Oh my God. This Diana, to just wait for I have an opinion on what's happening with the Rousini Vrabel story right after that. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks. Don't go anywhere.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Fair Game 6s. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Sixers forcing a Game 6. They win against the Celtics 113-97 last night in Boston. Joel Embiid goes for 33 points. The Celtics 11 for 39 from 3 in the game. The series coming back to Philadelphia tomorrow night at Xfinity Mobile Arena. Tonight at Xfinity Mobile Arena, we're talking about a Game 6 in which the Flyers can take the series from the Penguins. Flyers, Penguins tonight in South Philadelphia with the ability for the Flyers to move on to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Phillies won a game last night down there in South Philly. Don Mattingly's first game as interim manager. Dave Dombrowski yesterday met with the media following the firing of Rob Thompson, talked about the decision to make that change.
First of all, Rob Thompson, he's a wonderful person. He's done so much for this organization. I thanked him for it. But I think at this time I felt that we needed a new voice in there, a little different feeling in the clubhouse at this point.
We spoke to Tim Kurkjian of ESPN in this hour about everything going on with the Phillies. Catch that conversation one more time on our website or the Fanatic app. Jeff Bosher joins us at 1 o'clock to talk about everything going on with the Birds. This update is brought by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP or visit MAD.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
$1,000 is coming up here in just 1 second. This is Middays with Marks, John Marks, Sean Brace, and a happy birthday to Sean Brace. 45 years old. 45 years old. You're 45 years old.
45, bro. I remember, and it's crazy because I turned 40. I went to Naples, and I was like, damn, that feels like so long ago. It's just, if I could tell you one thing, kids, it goes fast.
Yeah, Ray.
It goes fast.
Yeah, enjoy it.
Trying to.
Enjoy it. And this isn't for me. Don't settle down. Just be out there. Enjoy it, okay?
You
just said don't ever get married, and it's not because you're miserable in your marriage.
No,
you're just saying.
that's my point. Like, anytime you say this, it's like Rousini and stuff, right? Like, she was obviously miserable, ripping on her husband. She didn't want to be married. That's not me. I'm very happy, love my wife. I got an unbelievable family. However, life was a hell of a lot easier when I was running around without kids.
Enjoy it and appreciate it.
There you go.
Because when it's gone, it's gone.
It's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
I could write that song.
12:30. Flyers playoff tickets tonight. Don't even try to win if you can't go tonight.
Wow, what a giveaway.
We are going to play Flyer in the envelope. All right? That's coming up, but let's give you a chance to win $1,000.
It's time for Fanatic Parlay Cash.
Contest keyword is silver. S-I-L-V-E-R. Silver. You have until 25 minutes after the hour to enter it on the Fanatic app or at 975thefanatic.com, or you can text it to the special contest short code of 45911. One random entry wins $1,000 in this company-wide contest. Winners will get a call from Beasley, so be sure to answer your phone. Contest rules at 975thefanatic.com. Fanatic Parlay Cash is stood up by Iron Mountain Men's Health. 5 chances to win each weekday, 8 and 10 a.m., noon, 3 p.m., 5 p.m. The word is silver, S-I-L-V-E-R, silver. And not David Silver from 90210, but spelled the same way.
Or Commissioner Silver.
Or Adam Silver.
Or
Silver Spoons. The show.
I like it.
All right. Let's do the news at noon with Ray Dunn. It doesn't matter what comes in the world of sports. The news at noon with Ray Dunn. Bad Athlete Podcast, Angry College Coaches, Innocuous and Random Topics. The news at noon with Ray Dunn. The news at noon with Ray Dunn. The news at noon with Ray Dunn.
All right, Innocuous again today. No angry college coaches. Slightly weird professional coach. That's coming up, the second one here. But we'll start with the classics. Mad Dog Russo. It's April 29th today, which means yesterday was April 28th. When was the last time you two thought about Sunday Night Football?
Waiting all day, baby.
You've been waiting all day? You've been thinking about it a lot recently?
Well, they got rid of Chris Sims, but really I never viewed Sunday Night Football as Chris Sims in any part of that.
Right.
I know he was this. I didn't think he was good at it. Right?
No,
Yeah.
I guess
fine.
football season,
It's
right?
been a while since
January.
you've thought about Sunday Night
Yes,
Football.
agreed.
Especially what you would change about Sunday Night Football.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you guys know who sings the Sunday Night Football anthem, right?
Carrie Underwood.
Carrie. Right, that's good. All right, here's Mad Dog Russo anyway on April 28th talking about NBC and Sunday Night Football.
It's the same theme with that stupid song they give you with Claire, whatever her name is, Underwood, saying, you've waited all day for Sunday night. No, I haven't waited all day for Sunday night. I'm sorry. I've had a 1 o'clock game. I've had a 4 o'clock game. I've lost my shirt, and I've had maybe a 9:30 game. I haven't sat around the house all day raking leaves so I can save the Sunday night game. I mean, that's so stupid. I mean, at least acknowledge the fact that the football day doesn't begin at 8:30. I mean, it begins at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, for crying out loud. And then to go spend $1 billion. Now, they can spend any way they want. It's their money. But to spend $1 billion to go do the pregame from stadiums in the middle of December when there's icicles coming out of their nostrils is the dumbest thing in the world.
Well, I mean, ESPN does it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, all they're doing is copying ESPN. It's not like they're earth-shattering. They're just saying, like, hey, we should be on location.
Correct.
Now, I mean, just some, and I love what he says, but it might be a little bit wordy to do everything he wants them to do in the song, other than just saying, wait all day for Sunday night. If you talk about raking leaves and things like that. No, Russo is watching the first game that comes, and he's watching the last game. He's not waiting all day. And you know what, Ray? I'm not waiting all day for Sunday night. I've never actually thought about that part of the song.
I'm watching all day, and now it's Sunday night.
Honestly, the game that I have the least chance of watching is the Sunday night game on Sunday. Because I'm watching Red Zone. Once the Eagles aren't playing, I'm watching Red Zone.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like, if it's not a game that I'm all that interested in, depending on how tired I am, I may not see the whole game on Sunday night.
But Claire Underwood showing up on your television is a big part of your Sunday.
Yeah, these guys don't ask them anything outside of sports because they're not going to know. Unless it's some random thing that he knows about. But, I mean, seriously, you could ask Russo or Francesa anything about the world or nothing sports. They may know, they may not know. Ask Russo how much a loaf of bread costs. He may tell you $73. He has no idea.
None.
Seriously. What does he know? You think he's been door dashing to get food sent to his house, or he has any clue with any? How much a gallon of gas? Well, yeah, $17. I don't know. He has no idea.
It's true.
And that's why he's great. All right,
moving on to J.J. Redick and a lesson in killing people.
You know, you have to kill. It's difficult to kill someone. You know, you got to. Again, survival instinct says I want to stay alive. So you've got to be able to kill them. That's what's difficult.
Oh.
Now, does he turn off his cell phone so he can't be detected and it doesn't show the cell towers where he is?
Yeah, you can't make that mistake.
Does he wear gloves?
Also, I hate when, like, killers Google, like, you know.
Yeah, it's an electronic fingerprint.
How to remove a dead carcass without smelling. You know, like, you can't do that.
Right, they kill their wife and then they're Googling, how do I get rid of blood stains in my house?
Like, come on.
Gee, I wonder what the cops are going to think after that.
The reason why the old school guys were so good at it, you go to the library. That stuff is there. Go read a book someday.
Well, you need to Google. I mean, I'm not advocating murder or anything like that.
No,
but, I mean, at least go get a burner phone or something.
Middays with Marks against murder.
I am not against violence. This is a non-violent show.
Correct.
I've never been arrested. I've never been charged. I've never been accused of any. And I can't speak for Sean of any violent crimes.
No, that looks good on you though.
Ray?
No, not once.
No arrests?
No arrests. No.
Even when you were younger, as a minor?
Even when I was younger.
Underage drinking?
Nope, never got me.
Disorderly conduct?
Nope, didn't get me. The closest I ever came, I ended up in like the temple version of AA, but that was about it.
Temple version of AA. Wow.
Well, they come and they raid the dorm. They take all the stuff, and then they're like, all right, now you have to go to this program. And they sit you in a circle. And it's like, you guys are not of age. You guys can't be drinking.
Yeah, I when I got underage in Willow Grove, Upper Moreland Police, I got charged. I got cited. I had to go to the whatever. I forget what they call it.
Did you have to say I'm Ray Dunn and I'm
pretty much? Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Ray. Yeah, they got us on St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
let the kids live.
I agree. They should have.
Yeah, but it's not bad to have education and to have it. Did you learn nothing in that class, right?
No,
honestly,
I
really?
I learned absolutely nothing.
Okay, I
don't
didn't.
drink underage, kids.
Well, I mean, really, the message is never like drinking and driving is a real thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah. Don't mess around with that. Especially this day and age with Uber and all the other Lyft. Yeah, man, just pay the money.
I guess I'm just saying that, like, I knew that as a 19-year-old, that was a bad thing. You know? Like,
right.
Sitting me down for this program didn't change that. All you did was take away from like, I woke up hungover from a formal and had to go to this thing. And it was like, all right, like.
Are you in a fraternity?
No.
Oh.
Real quick, though, back to killing people. You can't do it because security is now, like, one thing I just said, technology has advanced so much for people that don't drink and drive anymore. It's a good thing, right? Like, you get technology, boom. Now, everybody's got a Ring camera. Like,
there's cameras everywhere.
You just have to assume that you're on videotape.
Well, there's highway cameras, too.
Correct.
So you can get a car leaving the scene of the crime and they don't have the license plate, but then about the same time it'll be like, oh, similar car, except now they can make out that
white Pontiac came down the street at 222, was picked up by exactly. So don't do it. Don't do it.
Believe it or not, in this conversation, I found out that one of our morning show hosts ended up in that meeting as well.
Oh, how about that?
I'll have you guess which Temple grad.
John Kincade?
What? Not quite.
Class of 1974?
Salciunas said he was the only one there for the reason I was there. Everyone else was there for real reasons.
That's funny.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think about it, Ray does, we suspect Ray has a problem with alcohol, so maybe he should have taken those meetings a little bit more serious.
Last night, game, stateside afterwards, not a single drink.
Nice. There you go.
Good stuff by me.
How many
last night.
cigarettes, though?
Oh, man, I burned through them. That was a whole pack. Listen, I can't get rid of all my vices in one night.
All right, Ray, what else do we
last one
have?
for you. Speaking of security, and, digital footprints and being able to track what people are doing. A lot more coming out about Vabel and Rousini. Vabel at the airport. TMZ trying to catch up with him. Tell me when you get uncomfortable listening to this.
Mr. Vabel, how are you, sir?
Hey, good, man. How are you?
Good, good. How are you holding up, man? Look, listen, there's just a lot of talk that, that there's just a little bit of a double standard here, and I just wanted your take on that. Are you doing all right?
Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate you.
You're powering through? Are you and your wife hoping to work it out, Mr. Vabel? Look, I just got to say, there's some talk that maybe you should step down. It's a distraction to the Patriots.
Wow.
I wanted your opinion on that, sir. What does accountability look like for you at this point, sir? Head coach of the Patriots, big distraction here.
And by the way, he's walking down like in the airport.
Sir, is there any comment?
There's no way to get away from him. Yeah, I mean, it's so cringy, and you can bring that down. That's the news at noon. It's so cringy, and we finally reached the point of it becoming too much, and this story has now jumped the shark. That right there, like, TMZ, like, it's so funny. TMZ wouldn't spend $1,000 to buy the pictures, but now they'll let some loser like that, and that guy's a stone loser.
In Salt Lake City, that's TMZ?
But no, they sell it to TMZ.
Oh, gotcha.
So anytime you see a video, that's not TMZ photographers.
No,
that's somebody saying, hey, I got this video.
Unless it's LA
a lot of
based.
times.
Yeah.
But even, like, the paparazzi sell this stuff.
No, you're right.
So that's just some loser that, like, it's one thing to video them. It's another thing, I mean, following up and, like, getting more, like, it was very uncomfortable.
Wow.
So TMZ also has pictures out there of Mike Vrabel's wife in an airport as well, right?
Yeah, wearing a wedding ring.
Wearing the wedding ring. She saw that they were taking pictures.
Standing by her man.
Like, don't buy them. I don't know, man. I get it now. It's become a tabloid thing, but, like, leave her out of it. She had nothing to do with this.
It's the biggest story out there.
I know, and it's officially become like the Spotify list yesterday. I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah.
Because she's in love with him so much, or she was in love with him so much. I mean, there's the two kids in love. And honestly, I think that's her exit from this. She fell in love with him. That's it. It wasn't supposed to happen. It happened before they met. And, like, they tried to do the right thing, and they couldn't.
If they can admit that.
I mean,
it doesn't seem like they're going to. I don't know.
The problem with her doing it, which means that puts attention on him again. But she needs to explain her way out of this.
Yeah, because he don't care about her. I haven't heard her mentioned one time by him. It's been about the family. It's been about the fans, Patriots. I don't know.
Like the Daily Mail, which is a huge tabloid, had the story yesterday that said that he feels terribly about how her whole world is now ruined.
Good. Yeah, I'm glad he feels terrible.
Well, I mean, everybody involved in the situation should feel terrible. I mean, this just in. These two people were cheating on each other. We can have it from the football fan standpoint, and like we have the history of I've been calling her a fraud for a really long time. I can't stand her. I thought she was the worst.
Okay.
If we step out of that, and it's not about that anymore. I mean, you talk about two married people cheating on their wives with each other. This is the biggest story. Like this is like the biggest story outside of politics in America, and it continues to be.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going anywhere. I definitely am getting to your point, and I'm with you as far as the wife is concerned. I am on the other side, though. I enjoy this. I liked Mike Vrabel being a little uncomfortable. I mean, it's good. Like, he brought this upon himself.
But haven't they paid the penance?
I don't know, because I don't think it's done. I think we're still going to find. Like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to close the book just yet.
I don't disagree, but like, really, like, what should the punishment be for cheating on your wife?
Well,
this. I mean, dude, this is real, and like you said, he brought it upon himself.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of people out there that do the exact same thing that don't become the biggest story in America because of it. He's a football coach. He's not the president of the United States.
For the Patriots, too.
He's for the Patriots.
That has a little something to do with it.
You're right, because of Robert Kraft and
it's the Patriot way.
It really is.
So I'm with you. The wife, that's terrible. Come on, man. I feel so bad for her. I feel bad for Rousini's husband. I feel bad for the kids involved.
How about this? Kind of feel bad for Rousini.
No,
I kind of do,
John.
I kind of do.
How?
I mean, listen, she's an all-timer, and I think she's insane.
Yes,
but like, I don't know, man. I mean, this is a lot. It's a lot. She's not like for anybody that thinks that they're going to get hired by Barstool. Unless she comes out and executes the next phase of this perfectly.
Yeah.
Who the hell's hiring her?
Yeah, I don't think she needs to worry about that right now. I think she's got other things she needs to worry about first. But who knows what will happen? She might be able to create a book or a mini-series or something out of this.
All right, I changed my mind. I don't
Dude, play that video of her asking Vrabel at the training camp about her wife. She's psychotic. She's a terrible human being that was cheating on her husband. And Vrabel they're tied at the hip, people. I'm not letting one person off here. They're both terrible. They both deserve each other. You're talking about through pregnancies, multiple, through getting married and still cheating. Whoops. And look, it slipped and she landed in my lap again. Get out of here. Both of them are disgusting disgraces. And I think Vrabel, there is rumors, and when there's smoke, normally there's fire. There is potential that he steps away for a season, which would be a huge deal because then it comes back to us. Have fun with that, A.J. Brown.
I think it's possible.
Have fun with that.
If other stuff comes out, I don't know what that would be. Oh, yeah, it's possible for sure. But, like, I kind of enough is enough at this point. The Spotify playlist is funny just because she has bad taste in music.
Terrible.
And you look at some of the tracks that she had, Ray.
Did Mike play it?
Yeah, see, the thing with Vrabel getting pressed here, like listening to it, but ultimately, I don't have a problem with him getting pressed.
Yeah.
I mean, like his personal life is definitely in shambles, but like, of the two of them, who's lost more so far?
He's a public figure. She has.
Right.
Because he still is a football coach, and even if the Patriots did fire him for whatever reason, he'd get another job. He's already made a lot of money.
Yeah, somebody in Tampa was like, I'd fire balls right now for him.
I don't think that's likely, but yeah, I could see something happening where he has to step away if more stuff comes out. He must be stressed out of his mind, too. See, that's the other thing, right? You're balancing, he's a public figure. You got caught. This is what happens when you're a public figure. But he's also a football coach.
And a human being.
Right.
And
people make mistakes.
You brought up the stress. So, I don't want to see anyone go through some ill.
This has got to mess you up.
Oh,
man.
God, yeah. But he was obviously, already messed up to be able to do what he did and continue to do it. And
I don't know, man. I don't want to defend the adultery. There are a lot of people out there that do the same exact stuff. And it's not me defending the adultery. I'm saying the only reason that we're making a big deal about it is because, not even because he's a football coach, because of everything that happened. It's this good-looking reporter that
it's her.
It's her. And she was notorious and had this reputation. It had all the ingredients to be a much bigger story than anybody could have ever anticipated.
And it's the Patriots.
Him continuing to push through has led to this as well. Like they throw him out there when they know the heavy hitters of Boston media aren't going to be there to answer questions. That's the first time we hear from him. He tries to get past to get through it there. Then the draft comes up, and it's like more stuff comes out. And it's like, I don't know who he hasn't been honest with, or if he's been honest with everyone, and the game plan here has just been one that he continues to get cornered in. At some point, right now, the whole Rousini thing is people finding more stuff out about her, but she's trying to lay low. Him continuing to try and push through this.
Well,
only opens this up to happen.
Stop flying commercial.
Well,
you need to get a charter flight. You can't have
Kraft have a plane?
He does, but obviously he doesn't want to fuel it up to send Vrabel out to Salt Lake City for a day.
I mean, does he want to keep seeing his head coach on TMZ?
Bro, you make that much money, a charter flight's not that much money. It's not. You can fly. You can get a flight that's not that expensive where you don't have to deal with that nonsense. He can't fly commercially anymore.
Yeah, to Ray's point, to put him out there and then, he's going to miss day 3. And it's just like.
He should take a leave of absence.
I
agree.
What
he should do.
I agree.
And it doesn't have to be for the season or training camp.
That should have happened.
It should have happened. You're right. No one expected the magnitude of the story. They thought they were going to get rid of. They were just going to say, "Oh, this is laughable. We were on a hiking trip, and he drove up with some buddies."
What bungalow?
Meanwhile, there's pictures from 6 years ago in bars where they're smooching.
Oh my goodness!
The night the world shut down.
There's still plenty that we don't know, and that will eventually be figured out. And by the way, there are still plenty of people connecting the dots with Rousini in other situations as well. There's a reason why she deleted her Twitter account and getting rid of a lot of things on social media. It's not just because that there are some uncomfortable things that are rising with their family. There's some, people that are internet sleuths that are doing some really good work.
She's got a history outside of Vrabel.
That is correct.
And which is well known among people
and as Chris Sims said,
now the tinfoil hat people are saying, like, they fired Chris Sims after that.
I don't believe that, but I do believe Chris Sims was talking to some players and that some other wives are wondering, like, hey, is that the Diana that you talk to often?
It's well known. That's what I said. If you're a general manager or somebody or a coach in the NFL, you might be going and deleting some text messages.
I would imagine.
Yeah. A wife of any of these people, you think they're not asking about Diana Rossini? Yeah, so did you know her?
Uh-huh.
Did she used to text you?
Mm-hmm.
Did you go out to dinner that one night she was in town? Oh, there's a lot going on.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Flyers tonight, -127. Pens +107. That's game 6. On the series, the Flyers are still significant favorites to win the series, -286. So if you think that they're going to win the series right now, that's not great value, -286. Penguins at +220. If they win tonight, that number is going to change significantly. So I wouldn't bet -286. I'd wait to see. And if they lose tonight and you still think the Flyers win in 7, then I would pounce on the Flyers to win the series. But, yeah, a little bit of a favorite tonight.
They should be.
Yeah, they should be. You're right. Absolutely right.
Get it done.
All right, 610-632-0975. Ray, that's the number. Because we're putting a flyer in the envelope. You're going to ask a yes or no question. We're going to answer. And then you get a guess at who the flyer in the envelope is. First correct answer on the air will win a pair of tickets to the Flyers-Penguins Game 6 tonight. Tonight's tickets. Next. 610-632-0975. Line them up. That's coming up next. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. We were just talking about, I was looking at the BetParks app. That's what I always do. Whenever I'm talking about lines, that's what it is. The BetParks app. As I mentioned, the Fly Guys, -127 on the series. They're -286. Once the games start, you can live bet on any of the games. How about Philly basketball? Are you kidding me? There's going to be a Game 6 in this series as well coming up tomorrow night. It's always better on the BetParks online sportsbook and casino app, and it's more than just the games. Individual player performances in basketball, hockey, golf, soccer, baseball, and MMA. Fly Guys tonight, Game 6, South Philly, 7:30. Scorers, assists, shots on goals, and more for playoff hockey. It's time to play. Make your downtime fun time. Get with them right now, the BetParks online casino and sportsbook app. You must be 21 and in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Michigan, or Maryland. New users only. Terms and conditions apply. See betparks.com for details. Casino bonus must be wagered. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports
Talking Game 6s. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Updates brought to you by Comer & Cross. Comer & Cross Garage Floor is done in just one day. Get 50% off installation right now. Call 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Visit ComerCross.com. The Sixers with a win last night over the Celtics, 113-97. Joel Embiid, 33 points. Celtics going 11 for 39 from beyond the arc, forcing a Game 6 in Philadelphia tomorrow night. But tonight in Philadelphia, we've got a Game 6 where the Flyers can move on, leading the series 3-2 over the Penguins. They can win tonight, move on to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. You can catch the game right here on the Fanatic this evening. Phillies won last night in Don Mattingly's first game as interim manager. Yesterday, Dave Dombrowski met with the media following the firing of Rob Thompson.
I've always said, you can always be better. We win 96 games, you can be better the next year. There's no perfect club. I think we have a good club.
We spoke about that club and everything going on with it with Tim Kurkjian of ESPN earlier on in the show. You catch that conversation one more time on our website or the Fanatic app. Jeff Mosher joins us at 1 o'clock to talk NFL draft and the Birds. This update's also brought to you by Mattress Firm. Waking up drained, Mattress Firm's sleep experts will help you find the right bed for deeper rest at the Memorial Day sale. Mattress Firm, they make sleep easy. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the Union. 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic app.
This is the old Flyers song, right? When they scored.
Horn me, baby, horn me. Oh, yeah.
What is this song?
This is by Pennywise. Bro, him. I dig this song, man.
Him?
Yeah, I dig it from a goal perspective. Like as goal music is concerned.
What year was this? Like 20 years ago, 15 years ago, 10 years ago?
This seems like a 2005 to 2010, 12 run.
Okay.
I would say.
All right, very good.
I'm sure that there's some Flyers aficionados that would love to give me the answer on that one.
All right, we have a pair of tickets to the Flyers tonight.
Wow.
Game 6 tickets in the Xfinity Mobile Arena. One pair. Ray, are they first row? Did we get any indication of where the tickets are? Not that it matters.
Not quite first row.
But in the building.
You are in the building. I can confirm you are in the building.
Well, and we thank the Flyers because the Flyers gave us these extras.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, we got some extra tickets. Let's go. We appreciate it. As we mentioned earlier, if you go on any of the secondary markets, you're looking at minimum $200 to $300 a ticket. So this is like a $500 or $600 value. You know what you're getting it for, Ray?
Free.
For free, if you can name the Flyer in the envelope. It's very simple, Sean Brace. You've played at home before. We have a Flyers name in the envelope. We have the people lined up at 610-632-0975. You ask a yes or no question. It's got to be a yes or no question. We answer, or I answer, and then you get a guess at who the Flyer in the envelope is. First person to get it correct on the air wins. That's simple. Ray, are we ready?
Ready to go?
Only Ray and I know the answer. Sean does not.
No, I do not.
Brian in South Jersey. Brian, what's your question?
Is the player over the age of 24?
The player is over the age of 24, and I'll just say this right now. It may or may not be a current player or a current Flyer.
Ooh.
It's just at one time they played for the Flyers.
I think that'd be a good question for someone to ask.
Brian, what's your guess?
I'll go with Ristolainen.
Ristolainen's incorrect.
That's pretty funny.
Caitlin in East Windsor. Caitlin, what's your question?
Is it a current Flyer?
It is not a current Flyer.
Great question.
3 seconds.
Scott Hartnell.
Scotty Hartnell. That's a great guess. Incorrect. Considered.
And our first female representee calling into Flyer in the envelope, and of course Philly Sixer in the envelope. Nice work there, Kate. I'd love to hear
Is
more.
that the first?
Yeah, I haven't heard a girl call before. Flyer for the giveaways.
All right.
Yeah, very cool.
Steve in Montclair. Steve, what's your question?
Did he play in the 90s?
He did not play in the 90s. 3 seconds.
Hextall, that was for 90s.
Yeah, out of time. Sorry. He did play in the 90s. Joe Doylestown. Joe, what's your question?
Did you say he did play in the 90s?
He did not play in the 90s.
Oh, I thought Sean just clarified that. Is the player a forward?
Huh?
Is the player a forward?
He is a forward. He is a forward.
He is a forward? All right.
You drive a
Claude
forward.
Giroux?
Is it Claude Giroux? Good guess.
Ooh.
All right. We've narrowed it down. Good questions by the people out there, Sean.
Getting warmer. Can I ask a question?
Please.
Going back on great teams, John Marks, does this guy play for a Stanley Cup?
Did he play for a Stanley Cup?
Yes.
He did.
He did?
He did.
Ooh.
Let's go to Ryan in Westchester. Ryan, what's your question?
Was he a goalie?
He was not a goalie. We've established he's a forward.
Good question. Oh, yeah. It's a bad question.
Bobby Clark?
Is it Bobby Clark? It is not. Let's go to Matt, Lehigh Valley. Matt.
Was he part of the 2010 Stanley Cup?
He was a part of the 2010 Stanley Cup.
How about that?
Jeff Carter.
Is it Jeff Carter? Oh! It's Jeff Carter. You win, Matt. Give him the horn, Ray.
You're going to the game.
Man, you went Carter. Great guess, Matt. Congratulations, man. Who you taking with you?
Oh, it's between my wife and my best friend. We'll have to figure that out.
How are you going to figure that out? You going to flip a coin?
Yeah, that'll probably be the best way to do it.
I would take my wife if I was you.
No.
Well, you would take your best friend.
Yeah,
I would take my wife.
You don't know. They got kids at home. You don't know if he took her to a game already this year. There's a lot of
details.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Enjoy the game, though, man.
Enjoy
Nice
the
work.
game, man. Thanks for calling.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
You got it, buddy. All right, hang on a second. There is Matt.
Because I don't know the answer. So, like, when he threw that out there and you're in your game show business here.
Ray gave the buzzer too early. You gotta let it breathe for a second. They say, Jeff Carter, you got it, you win!
I love the celebration. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, yeah. So here's my question. If Mike Vrabel was playing the game and he got the correct answer, who would he take for the game?
It's too public of a place. So definitely can't be Diana.
Oh, so it wouldn't be Diana?
No.
Bob Kraft? Take him?
No. Probably a little tenuous right now between the two of them. Drake May?
I would. The wife probably doesn't want to go out.
That's an easy answer.
On the scene with them.
A.J. Brown.
Oh, there it is.
That's tampering, though.
There it is. There it is.
Do we have the latest? Did I miss anything yesterday on the A.J. Brown front? Did any insider say that it's possibly could happen June 1st?
Believe it or not, Adam Schefter went on Pat McAfee and said, hey, after June 1st, there's a good chance that A.J. Brown ends up a Patriot, and it might be a 2028 first-round pick.
Yeah, so the 2028 is one thing that I'd been hearing before, or that, like, there's been chatter about, and I think that's how Howie gets his first-round pick. He says, hey, let's do 28. All right, you don't want to give me 27? All right, don't give me – let me get 28. Because then for the team, it's like, okay, it's 2028. It's not even next year. And at least for me, now it's also a risk, too. 2028, a lot can happen between.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, number one, I just think about the success that franchise could have, right? Like, I think the New England Patriots with A.J. Brown are going to win that division, and I think that they're going to be right back in the running for a Super Bowl. I do. Like
Jaden Daniels.
What do you mean?
Year to year.
Oh, well, I just think that defense is real, and I thought Vrabel's a pretty darn good coach.
He is. No, the defense is real.
They got
A.J. Brown. They're better set up to be good next year than the Commanders were.
Correct. So, therefore, that 2027 first-round pick might be what?
But
28, 27.
Quarterback health.
Yeah.
Quarterback performance. He was great last year as a runner-up for the MVP. So was Daniels.
He had his moments. Where he looked a little weak down the stretch. But if you go ahead and get him A.J. Brown.
Uncle Jamie asked, percentage chance he gets fired or resigns. He's not going to get fired. He'll resign before he gets fired.
Yeah, I think there's a chance for the resignation if something else comes out. Like, if nothing else comes out, I think he's fine. I think that there is still more to be determined, more to be seen.
Well, there could be more out there. I think a leave of absence is.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Is the most likely if anything happens, if this doesn't calm down. I mean, he's got a. You made a really good point. Like, they made him go front and center with everything, and now everybody's going to bother him. He can't fly commercially. He can't be going out there. Like, he pretty much has to shut down everything and not be seen outside of just doing football and just keeping a low profile. The least amount of media that you can do possibly, and that's it. Because, no, I mean, like.
Can't control what's being said on the outside of those hallways. And the inside that press conference room, you could be like, I've already answered that, time to move on.
Yeah.
Not in the Salt Lake City airport.
No, and the media is not going to bother him in New England. And the national media is not going to bother him, too, but it's everything else.
Yeah.
All right, coming up, getting back to the Phillies, we've yet to let you know that this team's a good club. Is it a good club? Dave Dombrowski's confident that the expectations from the beginning of the year still apply. We have that for you. We have Mosher coming up at 1 o'clock, Talk Eagles Draft. Don't go anywhere. Middays with Marks, 97.5, The Fanatic.
96 games, you can be better than next year. There's no perfect club. I think we have a good club.
I guess yesterday on the air, you guys were doing a club bet.
Ew, yeah, I've lost multiple wagers.
Yeah, more of that in the 1 o'clock hour, rat tail wager.
Gotta go a rat tail on a Ray, a 6-pack. Damn.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go good club. When I joined the show, I said, I don't want to hear about how good your club is. And, I mean, that was pretty much the Dave Dombrowski I was expecting yesterday, which was, I genuinely feel like he would have not rather, wouldn't have wanted to fire Rob Thompson, but he had to make a move. And I agree. He had to make a move. Both things can be true, that Rob probably didn't deserve to be fired, and you had to do it anyway.
I don't want to push back on the Rob didn't deserve to be fired, because I don't want to be that guy. But at the end of the day, he's the guy in charge, and this team has just been brutal, right? There's been enough this year, putting last year and the year before. Well, even if you want to take it last year, and I know they won the division, but this team has gotten worse year after year as far as exiting the playoffs. Yeah. You know what I mean? So you got that, but just focusing it on the 28 games, the sample size that we had, they were 9-19, whatever it was, and it's just like, dude, they look lifeless. And oh, by the way, I'm glad Dave said it, because Rob didn't have answers, and I get it.
Agreed.
It's tough, but you can't go up there and go, I don't know. You can't do that as a professional manager. So I would love to stick for Rob Thompson, but at the end of the day,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave did say it. He said Rob didn't know why they were playing like this, and he didn't. Do you?
Timely hitting.
Okay, is Lazard is Luzardo?
No, I don't know.
Who 3 of those 4 starts was brutal. Is that Rob Thompson?
Mm-mm.
Does he have any control over that? Aaronola serving up meatballs. The offense also sucked during those games, so it's not like they're losing because of the starting pitching. They're losing because their starting pitching wasn't able to cover up for their horrible offense. I mean, you're hired to be fired in baseball. When you don't win, it doesn't necessarily have to be your fault. You're going to lose your job. I would have made the same move. I don't think Bryce Harper talked about. Did we have Bryce Harper before the game? Everybody knew it was coming. Everybody knew it was coming. Here's Bryce Harper before the game talking about it. No, you don't have it. Oh, okay. I thought we had anyway, whatever. Bryce Harper said before the game, they knew that they kept losing games.
Yeah.
That Rob was going to lose his job. They knew it.
Those lieutenants were running around down in Atlanta.
All right, here's Bryce.
I think everybody kind of felt that something was going to happen, especially everything that happened in Boston. It was just kind of a matter of time. If we didn't start playing well, then something was going to happen. I mean, that's just kind of how sports works. That kind of how the game works. So I felt Thompson thought something was coming. I thought, the team thought something was coming. And then obviously they made their decision, and, we just got to put it behind us and start playing better baseball.
Yeah, there's a conversation being had on the timeline right now, and not necessarily something that I'm interested, but the angle is definitely
Bryce Harper wasn't sad enough.
And Schwarber came off more as he's the leader. I don't know if that's fair from a soundbite, but Bryce and his answers yesterday, and I don't know. I came away going, all right.
Schwarber is the leader. Bryce isn't the vocal leader in that clubhouse.
Well, I'm just talking about leader in general.
I mean, I would understand how you can listen to that, and he was rather matter of fact and kind of I don't know, there wasn't a lot of emotion with what he was talking about. It was very much just business of the game.
Yes, very true. And he said something about Don Mattingly at the end. I call him Donnie Baseball. Could I call him Donnie Baseball still?
When he said he's only known him for a couple days.
Yeah, he's I don't know. It's wait, give a little bit more.
Okay, so was he like that? Because I know you had texted me this yesterday that some thoughts among reporters down there was that the team was very unhappy with the move.
Correct.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I'll say it. Luke Arcani texted, and he said, man, it's obviously not a fun vibe down at the yard, because I asked him what's it feel like, and he said it feels like players are really upset, and I'm sure that they were not happy about the removal of Rob Thompson.
Because you know what Bryce sounded like? Bryce sounded like that. He probably didn't agree with it, but like he had said, it's the nature of the business. The veteran players have been through this stuff multiple times with different teams. when Joe Girardi was let go, I doubt that there was the same feeling in the clubhouse. There were probably guys who were like, all right, good, let's go. And they can't say that. But yesterday, yeah, like the guys definitely seem sad. It's a big change. They just like this guy came in, and they have a history together.
Yeah.
They're in a World Series together. They're in the playoffs 4 times. And clearly this is a guy that everybody loved. That was his biggest thing because tactically and things like that, he gets outmanaged in series and games and things like that. I don't think anybody would really argue that. But like Topper's a guy that you really like, and you don't want to have guys that you really like and that you're pulling for get fired, especially because you're not producing. I don't know, man. Did you look at Ray? Did you see when Harper spoke? Did you feel like, oh, he doesn't give a crap? That's just Bryce up there, like move on to the next manager.
It just kind of felt like, this is what happened today. We got to play better. I don't think I got anything out of Harper that I didn't expect. That he was going to tell us he loved Topper. He said he was one of the best managers that he had, which is, I guess, enough of a ringing endorsement. Schwarber was talking about it's on us, so don't blame him.
Right.
And it was almost like the don't blame Conan thing yesterday, where everyone was like, don't blame Topper. Don't blame. It's like no one's blaming Topper. Everyone's blaming you right now. Everyone realizes it's not Topper's fault. Like, it's you guys that has to play better. But yeah, I think that was the biggest thing I took away from it. It's a veteran-led team. We've known that. And I think the veteran that leads it the most is Kyle Schwarber.
And what's interesting that Bryce said was, he said when what happened in Boston, I forget how he exactly termed it. So, like, they fire Cora, and the guy's reaction is, Topper's going to be next. Once that firing happens, I don't even know if it would have affected the timing on Topper, but it shows you a World Series manager who's highly thought of, much ahead of Thompson lost his job. That means Thompson could lose his job.
And I think it wasn't just that someone lost their job. The fact that it was Cora, Dombrowski probably had some wandering thoughts. And once he started having those wandering thoughts, like he admitted it, but then he says when Cora said he wasn't interested, then we continued thinking about the change. Now, once you start thinking about Cora, you realize that you've started thinking about a change, and you just might as well go do it.
Right.
And he did.
Which is exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, because he had said that. What did he say in his cut where he said that if he accepts it, that he would make a move? Well, obviously, if you offer him the job and he says yes, you'd have to make a move. What I think he was trying to say was he had come around to, I have to make a move, and I'm offering you the job, and I'm going to make the move regardless. Because at that point, if you're ready to fire him, then you make the move.
Yeah, because imagine if it comes out this week, Alex Cora and Dave Dombrowski were talking about the job, and Rob Thompson sitting there like, yeah, we got a day game today. It's Thursday, third game of the home stretch.
Yep.
Like,
yep. Can we get we have a good club, the 3? What is our favorite?
We have a good club.
That's pretty good. That's from yesterday.
It's not as clean. I mean, it's clean, but the end's not as because you have
a good club.
Right.
We have a good club.
That's the one.
I think we have a good club.
Wow.
You say team.
Could you give me real quick the date? Like when were these said?
So this is just lost to the Dodgers.
We have a good club.
Okay.
This is I've had the offseason to adjust, feel better about myself.
We have a good club.
No, but also he's annoyed that people are questioning how good the club is. And what he's doing, he's telling you, we have a good club.
Yes, that's the best one.
Listen to me. I agree. That's my favorite.
This is I just fired the manager and we're 10 games under 500.
I think we have a good club.
Much less excitement. And when we poor Topper, who spent all spring training talking about how great this team was going to be.
Yeah.
And he was aggressive about it, too. He really stuck up for his franchise.
It was 26% of the roster, whatever the hell it was.
He wouldn't shut up about it. And it's like, all right, Topper.
Luke Trevino's not here anymore, man. David Robertson retired. We let Weston Wilson go. Things changed.
Manning doesn't seem like a guy that's going to be using club a lot.
Doesn't seem like a guy that's going to talk.
No.
Nope.
Post-game presser, I was like, I didn't realize we could have less energy up there at the desk.
The guy played a long time. He knows what needs to be said inside a clubhouse. Oh, by the way, Sanchez on the mound, minus 143 tonight. 6:40 first pitch, Logan Webb for the Giants.
Coming up, we have Jeff Mosher, Philly voice inside the Birds. The Eagles draft has been kind of, dulled a little bit because of everything else that's going on. But what does Jeff think about the draft picks? Not only Lemon, but the other guys as well. I've been reading up on ESPN.com about, man, the Eagles got really, really good value at a number of these draft spots. That's coming up next. Mosher gives us the dirt on the Eagles draft picks. It's Middays with Marks, 97.5.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Game 6 tonight. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. It's brought to you by Papa John's. Papa John's, turn up the heat with your choice of 3 new oven-toasted sandwiches, just $7.99 each, or $6.99 with Papa Pairings. Order today at papajohns.com on the app or stop by your local Papa John's. Flyers of Game 6 tonight in South Philadelphia against the Penguins. You'll be able to listen to that game live right here on 97.5 The Fanatic. The Flyers, their third attempt to try and put away the Penguins and move on to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Sixers forced to Game 6 with a win in Boston last night over the Celtics, 113-97. They win that one. Joel Embiid going for 33 points in the win. And the Phillies got a win last night in South Philly down there at Citizens Bank Park. First game of Don Mattingly's interim manager era. Dave Dombrowski met with the media yesterday after firing Rob Thompson and talked about needing a new voice in the clubhouse.
First of all, Rob Thompson, he's a wonderful person. He's done so much for this organization. I thanked him for it. But I think at this time I felt that we needed a new voice in there, a little different feeling in the clubhouse at this point.
He talked about that new voice and a number of other things with the Phillies, with Tim Kurkjian of ESPN earlier on the show. Catch that conversation one more time on our website or the Fanatic app. This update's also brought to you by Cirque du Soleil Lucia. Cirque du Soleil Lucia is coming to Oaks, a spectacular world of light, rain, and acrobatics. Get your Cirque du Soleil Lucia tickets on the Fever app or at circusdusoleil.com. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and Union, 97.5 The Fanatic.
Has been brought to you by Service First HVAC, 0% financing, 48 months, rebates and tax credits up to $4,300 when purchasing a heating and cooling system. Learn more, ServiceFirstHVAC.com. I was asked about if you can listen to the Flyers game on the streaming services out there.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, what do you mean? Yeah, not the Fanatic app.
Fanatic app.
Yeah, get the Fanatic app. You can listen to the Flyers game tonight on the app.
It's awesome.
Listen on the radio, of course. But if you don't have access to the radio, you can listen on the Fanatic app. Boom. Tim Saunders and Todd Fedoruk.
Oh, Tim's the man.
After the game, immediately after the game, Bill Colarulo and I, post-game show tonight, Sean.
Are you coming in?
No.
From the house. Okay. All right. Live and in your face. Let's go. And I'm looking forward to it because I think tonight there's going to be some jam on the post game.
That's there was people were really upset after the last.
Oh, we had that. We didn't even play it because, of course,
with the Penguins.
Thompson got fired, so that changed everything yesterday, including Jeff.
But we had a lot of people that were hopefully in the moment. That's what got me on the. We're not doing this. We're not doing the where we're going to will the Penguins to win Game 7 because we're going to freak out. I'm not going to be on the radio in Pittsburgh tomorrow because I'm going like, oh my God, I'm afraid we're going to blow this. Like I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Did you take a call from a Pittsburgh fan?
A Pittsburgh fan called
Yeah.
But
We didn't play it because Thompson got fired. But yeah, that got legs. That was everywhere.
Did it? I don't know. They're winning the game tonight.
Yeah.
I'm confident. Believe me, I'm not going into this game worried about losing in 7. They lose in 7, they lose. I'll wait for before Game 7 to do that.
Bring on the Canes.
Win the game tonight.
Let's go. Win the game.
All right. I mean, listen, Vito and Colarulo and Ricky Bo waving around the broom. Just saying.
I'm not worried. They can wave it around.
Can Diana Rossini recover from this scandal? I don't know. Can Vito and Ricky and Bill? It's another good question.
Win tonight, and nobody will remember a thing about a broom.
Correct. All right, let's break down the Eagles draft here with our buddy, our ace. Jeff Mosher, Philly voice, Inside the Birds, does such a great job, and he joins us right now. What's up, Jeff Mosher?
Fellas, what's going on? Sean, happy birthday, my
Oh,
friend.
Jeff, thank you, sir. You the man.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, yes.
45 years old.
Forgot?
Well, no, I said it, but I need to reiterate it every segment to make sure everybody gives him the birthday wishes.
Thank you.
No, but so Sean's wife put out an Instagram post because you have to do the happy birthday post if you have a spouse or a girlfriend.
She did.
And she put it
That's a
out
woman
there.
Who deserves a medal right off the bat. Go
Oh,
ahead.
Jeff, I got the best. I got the best one.
There was one picture where Sean looked you look good, man. You were like
thank
15, 20 pounds lighter than you are right now.
Yeah.
You look good, though.
I appreciate that. I have it. I got it once in
now, bud.
I got once in a while.
That was his MySpace profile picture, I think, back in the day. Anyway, all right, big picture. Eagles draft. What do you think?
Yeah, a very, very kind of, I don't want to say the word typical Eagles draft, but a very this is what the Eagles do, the way they drafted. You know, round 1, lately especially, they've done a really good job of I hate to parrot Howie Roseman, but they do let the board speak to them. They see a guy, they did it last year with Jahad Campbell, who they have a really high grade on. For whatever reason, just be there and then make a move up to get him. And then after that, when you look at all their picks, day 2, day 3, some of these guys are such freakish athletes, which is, especially on day 3, you're just hoping to throw some darts and find some great productive guys who are also really good athletes. Some of these guys are so freakishly athletic that it's almost inconceivable. Eli Stowers has a 45.5-inch vertical, guys. You could add up all 3 of our verticals, combine them, and I don't know if you get the 45.5. Maybe you, Johnny, you got some athletic skills in you, but that's just unbelievable for a guy playing tight end.
Lemon was considered the top wide receiver by a bunch of teams. I've seen the Rams, and to me, the Rams would have made a lot of sense. They went with the quarterback. But is this really one of these drafts where it's just like the Eagles kind of got lucky? It's just a couple things happened to where the wide receiver fell, and there wasn't a need for wide receiver with some of these other teams. And the Eagles right there, Johnny on the spot, move up, and they get the guy that they really liked.
Yeah, I mean, the draft is about 2 things, John, right? It's about building for the future if you do it correctly. If you're trying to draft on what you need right now, then you're in trouble. And then the second thing, it's about seizing opportunities. So did the Eagles get lucky? I think you could have made the argument that getting lucky also would have meant maybe one of those tackles that they really liked, like Monroe Freeling, for example, or Caden Proctor, didn't go as early as they did, so that, a Lane Johnson successor, which may or may not be the guy they got in the 3rd round, you'd be a little bit more confident in. But to your point, yeah, they seized an opportunity of a guy at a position that they value and they also happen to need now, and especially even more when A.J. Brown leaves, was there for them to be able to get.
All right, so Lemon, give me the floor, give me the ceiling as far as what he can be in the NFL.
Yeah, so just so everyone understands that most of the personnel folks I spoke to in the NFL, when grading these receivers, they all have very good strong points, but none of them, and that includes Carnell Tate or who's the other receiver? Jordan Tyson. None of them project to be like a Jamar Chase type guy. Okay, the way someone put it to me was, this is a really good draft of number 2 wide receivers, and if you're okay with that, and you can be okay and recognize the importance of number 2 receivers, then you'll be happy. And that's how I see Lemon. I think I don't want to say he's a low ceiling guy, but I think what you got in college is what you're getting in the NFL, right? It would be out of projection for him to come to the NFL and become some kind of superstar number 1 Jamar Chase, because his skill set is not, he's 5'11". He doesn't run the fastest 40. He's really tough over the middle. He's great with tight window catches, has really good hands. But, some of the guys who wow us, like Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, I'm trying to think of somebody else at that position. Like even A.J. Brown, 1,400 receiving yard A.J. Brown in his heyday. I don't think any of the guys who went in the first round are going to be like that unless they just develop into something that exceeds their projection.
Let's talk about the tight end, Eli Stowers. And the big thing I bring up here, Jeff, is the fact that he won the Mackey Award, best tight end in college football. And you look at past winners, I've already said this a few times since the draft, but Tyler Warren, Bowers, McBride, guys that have really taken this position to new heights. Is it fair? Not even putting the offense to the side and what we do know and don't know about Mannion, but is it fair to have the expectations that this guy could be one of those type of playmakers that I just said with Bowers, McBride, and Warren?
So those guys you mentioned, especially Bowers, right? I mean, he was the only hope for that offense 2 years ago and the main focal point of it. McBride, same thing on Arizona. Stowers is going to join a team where he's got a Devontae Smith. They have Saquon Barkley. So from a production standpoint, Sean, I think that it's, I don't think you're going to see like 1,100 yards and 12 touchdowns right off the bat like those two guys. But, and also, this guy was just a quarterback 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So he's probably got more of his best football at that position 2 or 3 years down the road. He obviously has to work on becoming a blocker before he can be a 3-down tight end. But he can certainly come into your 11 personnel right now, or even 12 personnel as your flex tight end, and catch the ball. And for a guy who hasn't played a lot of tight end, he runs really nice routes. He's very good at getting into the zone, settling down, catching the ball. And again, he has just unbelievable athleticism. So it's hard to think of a comp because he's pretty new to the position, and his blocking's got to come. People are gonna be upset with this, but I'm not trying to Mike Gesicki is a really good flex tight end who, when he's on the field, catches a lot of passes for the Bengals and did for the Dolphins. Same thing with Jonnu Smith. This guy's got 10 times more athleticism than those guys, but until he really develops fully, I think that at least is what you're looking at, a pass catching tight end who can make yards after the catch and be really secure with the football.
Jeff Mosher, Inside the Birds, Philly Voice. They went offensive line round 3, round 6. Tell us about Markel Bell. We know he's 6'9". He's a monster.
Yeesh.
Is this a somewhat of a project? You're banking on the athleticism and the size, and you hope that he can. How ready is he to play right now? If he was pressing the duty to play right now, do you think?
Yeah, no, I think he can play. I think the guys they drafted last year, the Cameron Williams, the Miles Hinton, those guys were a little bit more developmental and project and not ready. Markel Bell, first of all, he's gigantic. I mean, his wingspan is more than 80 inches. And I don't know if you guys remember, they signed a guy from Rutgers last year as a rookie free agent, Holland Pierce. He's still with the team. He's got also an over 80-inch wingspan. I would love for them to take a picture of these guys just standing next to each other with their arms spread out. It's like a city block could be covered. So, and he played. So Bell played for Miami. He was in the national championship game. He was a starter at left tackle.
Mm-hmm.
He's ready to play. He can play. Now, does he have some flaws? Yeah, for a guy that big, he's not as mobile. Obviously, it's hard to be that big and that mobile unless your name is like Trent Williams or Jason Peters or Jonathan Ogden. And if that were the case, he'd have been a top 5 pick, if not the number 1 overall pick. But he can develop, and eventually he'll probably be better at right tackle because he's not the greatest athlete in the world, but he's got a really wide body, really wide wingspan. Probably will struggle a little bit with speed rushers because he doesn't move as well. But when you have arms that long, you can hold those guys and drive them wide of the target. So I imagine, the projections are he should be ready to play, and he doesn't have to be ready immediately unless there's injuries, but he'll get some seasoning here behind two good offensive tackles.
They traded 2 draft picks to get Jonathan Grenard. Tell Eagles fans, how good of a player is he? Does he come in immediately? He's their best edge rusher.
I mean, he's been a good player on 2 pretty good defenses, so that stands out. First off, Texans and then Minnesota. He was hurt last year, so it's a little bit of a wash or a down year. 2 years ago, they were a really good defense, and he was a big part of it. He's not as big as Jalen Phillips. So one of the issues with the Eagles is without Jalen Phillips, they were lighter around the edges. So it remains to be seen if he can kind of step in there and they can still be as good against the run, because with him and Jalix Hunt and Nolan Smith and Emiid, they'll be a little light around the edges, but he's a very good pass rusher. I think as good as most guys in the league. The one question I have, right, and you guys have seen this too, for whatever reason, some edge rushers have come here who have been pretty good, and Vic Fangio, they just haven't fit what Vic Fangio is looking for, okay? Now, he's played in a 3-4 before, so that shouldn't be an issue. But we saw with Bryce Huff, we saw Ojulari come in and when healthy, not really get on Vic's radar, and then he did get hurt. So that's just the only thing I have in my head is you just signed this guy to more money and you traded draft prospects. You don't want a situation where Vic's like, nah, I'm not playing that guy, because Vic, if he doesn't like somebody, he doesn't play him. But he should be fine. I would think everything will be all right.
All right, player's choice here. You go where you want. Cole Payton or Bernard? Who's going to have a bigger impact, a more immediate impact for this team?
I mean, it's immediate impact. I'm not sure either, but it would definitely be Cole Payton, because Bernard is probably – Bernard has never played football. So he set a record for running the 40 for a guy over 300 pounds. I mean, he is the workout warrior extraordinaire. He's from Nigeria. He came through the international pathway program like Jordan Mailata, right? I don't know if you can hit on a Jordan Mailata twice in a 10-year. That's a once-in-a-lifetime story. However, the kid's driven. He's got a chip on his shoulder. He doesn't want to go back to the way he was living. He wants to succeed. But you guys know this. No matter how athletic you are, no matter how strong you are, if your first foray into football is the NFL, and you put the pads on at training camp and you start taking hits from big offensive linemen every single day for 5, 7, 10 days, your body has to prove that it can actually handle that. At least Mailata had played rugby. This kid played like soccer and basketball. So I think that it's a huge question mark, certainly worth the gamble in the 7th round. But we actually have to see if he knows how to play football and can withstand the punishment. Now, the thing on the quarterback you asked, Sean, is I talked to a guy, a high-ranking scout. He's a personnel executive, not like just an area guy, all right? He was at Peyton's Pro Day. And I said, well, what do you think of him? And this guy told me, I'm not sure he's a quarterback. And he wasn't trying to be a jerk about it. He's just basically saying he's only had 13 starts at North Dakota State, not like Alabama, right? And he's got just as many highlight reel runs as he does passes. And the Taysom Hill role has been sort of prognosticated for him, which, as we know, Taysom Hill has been a nice weapon for the Saints, but never has really honestly been a backup quarterback. He's been a gadget player. So to your point, he can probably get on the field that way pretty quickly if the Eagles want to use somebody that way. He's a great athlete. Ran a 4.5 at 237 pounds. Who does that? So there's opportunities to get him on, but I wouldn't necessarily look at this guy like the way we did with Tanner McKee after year one. Like, man, this guy's got some tools where he can be a backup quarterback pretty soon and then maybe even a starter in this league. I think there are a lot more question marks about whether Cole Payton is really a quarterback in the NFL.
It sounds like an H-back to me, is what he sounds like, right? And
to your point, John, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I meant to say, the guy who I spoke to, I said, you were at his pro day. Did they ask him to do non-quarterback drills? And he was asked to do non-quarterback drills, but he declined, which is his right and very smart to do. You're not trying to open up the door for a team to move you out of that position. But the point is, that's how teams saw him, as maybe something other than a quarterback.
Great stuff, Jeff. What do you got over on Inside the Birds right now?
We talked about the losses in today's podcast. We talked about the thing that I have to understand about the Eagles is they have a very different kind of organizational flow chart than other teams. So they lose an AGM. They've lost a salary cap expert. They've actually lost 8 or 9 guys in their front office together since the end of last year's draft. And we kind of explained who's responsible for what, who's replaceable or more easily than others, and what the front office might look like going forward.
Great stuff, Jeff. Talk next week. Thanks, buddy.
You got it, fellas. Have a great one.
There he is, Jeff Mosher. Yeah, I don't know if did you break in with the Alex Hallaby leaving the organization, right?
Oh,
We actually did.
Yeah. Did mention that.
We weaved it in for 2 seconds. Oh, look. The guy that looks like Andrew Salciunas is out. All right.
Well,
Back to the Rob Thompson.
And they lost a cap guy to Atlanta, I think. So they are losing some of these Howie disciples. It sounds like Hallaby's going to leave football and do something else. I don't know.
Yeah, when you're the GM and waiting for Howie Roseman, it's kind of a tough deal to keep waiting.
No, but also, I mean, I guess he couldn't get a job with a different team because that's what you do. You'll leave. Look at all the other people that let you go to a different team, even if it's not an assistant GM role. I don't know. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the Grenard question, Tim, because, yeah, we focus on the draft, what took place, but this is all-encompassing now, man.
Big addition.
Yeah, huge. And Howie we had a segment yesterday ready to go where I had a couple sound bites from around the world, and dude, it all started with Mel Kiper. And what I heard on SportsCenter, it was insane how much praise he was giving Howie Roseman. That's Mel Kiper. He's been doing this for 40-plus years. You see the size of his notebook? I mean, it's the biggest notebook I've ever seen. He scouted over 20,000. 20,000 players. And he was going nuts about Mekhi Lemon. Going nuts about this draft. Kay Adams. Oh, man, you would have thought, I'll keep my jokes to myself. She loved what Howie did. Of course.
Man, and that means a lot that Kay Adams approved the Howie's draft.
Kay Adams.
I'd say that's high on my list of.
Kay knows football. I will say that. Kay knows football. She knows ball. I'm a big Kay Adams guy. Anyways, everybody's going crazy about the Philadelphia Eagles, but Grenard, I feel like, is under the radar for a lot of people.
Yeah, agreed.
Not sure why.
On Matt Miller's, on his ranking the 100 best picks, steals, and fits. Number 4 on the list is Mekhi Lemon. His final overall ranking was 8th. There you go. And then let me see here. Is it 17, 18? It's inside the top 20. He had Stowers going to the Eagles. So you could love that pick too.
You could take every one of these draft picks, majority of them, not every one of them, but like, you know, we just talked about a lot of them there with Jeff. Obviously, there's a lot to like about most of these guys. Mekhi Lemon, he's just going to fit in. He's a tax, right? He works the middle of the field. He's a guy that can take screen passes. He's also a burner, can take it over the top. Stowers, athleticism, hands, has the intuition, former quarterback. And we're talking about a high-level quarterback out of Texas, just up until 2 years ago. This dude, Bell, Miami.
Yep.
Don't get enough credit. They were able to run the football a ton down there with the Hurricanes, protect Carson Beck, went to the national championship. Guy's 6'9", John.
Monster.
He's going to block the sun. Jalen Hurts isn't going to get any tanned from the one side if he's dropping back because that guy's going to literally block the sun. Cole Payton, I don't have much on him. And this dude Bernard, not Sean Bernard's cousin.
Not Sean Bernard.
But this guy is a freak. He literally ran a 4.6 40 over 300 pounds. I don't think it's ever been done before in the combine history, if I'm not mistaken. Might be specific to the HBCU combine. But there's so much to like about these guys. You can go on and on.
Cole Payton, 98 on Matt Miller's list of value. He said, now this pick was interesting. The Eagles drafted a round 5 quarterback who has excellent running ability, a big arm, and throws a beautiful deep ball, but he also has been used as a wildcat quarterback, and some scouts believe his best NFL usage will be as a do-it-all option a la Taysom Hill.
So McKee's getting moved, right, this summer?
No.
You don't think so?
Nowhere to go.
All right.
We already traded him.
Andy Dalton's your number 2?
I mean, it depends on how much of that salary is guaranteed on Andy Dalton.
So there's a shot you can cut Andy Dalton.
I would think Cole Payton is not looked at as a quarterback and is looked at. I mean, they're gonna if he comes into camp and it's like, wow, we got something as a quarterback, you can keep him on the roster and he still plays without being a quarterback. I don't think he's an NFL quarterback. And by the way, Taysom Hill, how much money Taysom Hill has made for not doing a whole hell of a lot? Like Taysom Hill's been like a good gadget player or whatever. Dude's made a lot of money and he's still on the Saints.
He owes Sean Payton a lot.
Dude, like I can't believe it. And normally in the NFL, when you don't live up to your contract expectation, and he had at least one big contract like relatively big for what he is. I was just always shocked that they never cut him. They must love him down there.
Oh, yeah. Well, look, he, inside the red zone, that's where he made a name for himself, scored a bunch of touchdowns.
If this dude can have that same role,
yeah,
let's go.
Well, that's my big question to you would be 5th round pick. Like, I don't want to waste that. Kyle McCord, I believe, was the 5th round the previous year or 2 years before that, right? And he didn't make the team. So am I wrong to have that approach? Like, hey, man, if you're going to draft this guy, I'm all about, like, taking a shot, taking a flyer. But could we hit? Like, could this guy actually make the team?
Yeah, he better. All right, Ray, career earnings, Taysom Hill. What do you got through 2025?
I'll go 31 mil.
Sean?
More than that. More than that. I think his one contract was probably like $50 million. So I would say, let's go 60.
$62.9 million for Taysom Hill.
Oh!
Wow. But that made $10 million last year.
Come on.
Wait, what drugs are the Saints on to keep him for $10 million?
Why Sean Payton leave?
Yeah.
They just keep him. All right, coming up.
If he goes to the Hall of Fame, what is he going in as? I know he's not, but is he a tight end?
What is his high school Hall of Fame? I'm not sure. What
is he a quarterback? Is he a running back?
He's not a quarterback.
So he's a running back?
He's a do-it-all guy.
But no, if your bust is in Canton.
H-back.
H-back, all right.
Definitely not a running back.
Okay.
I don't think he's none of the above.
Is he not a quarterback?
No. Didn't he beat the Eagles the one game? Didn't he start the one game and he just ran all over him?
Taysom Hill was a guy that, like, whenever I bet on him, he never hit, never scored. But if I didn't bet on him, he
same thing with fantasy. I picked him up for a week, and it's like, oh, you had a good week last week. Gave him no points. Nothing. All right, coming up, we have a really good story from Kyle Schwarber, some voice memos, and Ray got really excited on TV this morning, talking about the Fly Guys.
Ooh.
We have that coming up next. Middays and Marks, 97.5, The Fanatic. All right, let's talk about your garage for a second. Comer and Cross. So here's their website. It's Comer Cross, C-O-M-E-R Cross.com. ComerCross.com, or call them at 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. If your garage floor is cracked, stained, peeling, or even worse, maybe that bad epoxy right now, 50% off with Comer and Cross. They're going to transform your entire garage floor in just one day. It's not paint. It's not epoxy. It's the gold standard, guaranteed to never chip, crack, or show tire lift ever. And this is awesome. They handle everything for you. They move your items out of your garage. They repair the cracks and damage. And then they install a custom finish that looks like a showroom floor. And you're getting 50% off installation. It's fast, clean, built to last. The perfect showroom finish when you come home. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. ComerCross.com. C-O-M-E-R Cross.com.
Now on 97.5 The Fanatic Sports Update.
Game 6 tonight. I'm Ray Dunn with this Fanatic Sports Update. The Flyers with a chance to eliminate the Penguins tonight in South Philadelphia. Flyers-Penguins Game 6. The third opportunity for this Flyers team to move on to the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. You can catch the game right here tonight on 97.5 The Fanatic. And last night, the Sixers forced the Game 6 against the Celtics, winning 113-97 in Boston. Joel Embiid, 33 points in the win for the 76ers. The Phillies found a win last night. Don Mattingly's first game as interim manager. Phillies made the decision yesterday to fire Rob Thompson. Dave Dombrowski met with the media, talked about needing a new voice in the clubhouse.
First of all, Rob Thompson, he's a wonderful person. He's done so much for this organization. I thanked him for it. But I think at this time I felt that we needed a new voice in there, a little different feeling in the clubhouse at this point.
Tim Kurkjian from ESPN joined us earlier on in the show to talk about that new feeling in the clubhouse and all things going on with the Phillies. Catch that one more time on our website or the Fanatic app. We just spoke with Jeff Mosher about the Birds, their draft, everything going on with them. You catch that one more time on our website or the Fanatic app. This update is brought to you by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique. You're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call 24-hour victim helpline 877-MAD-HELP or visit MAD.org. I'm Ray Dunn, your home for the Sixers, Flyers, and the 97.5 The Fanatic and the Fanatic.
The show brought to you by Morgenstern Hair Restorations. Great teams stick together, so does great hair. Morgenstern Hair Restoration, 610-831-HAIR, morgensternhair.com. As we say, happy birthday to Sean Brace. Birthday, dear Sean Brace. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
So Brendan Petrilli went out and got a pack of crimpets and put candles in it. And do we have scratch-offs there for you?
Got some scratch-offs, too.
And a big can of Monster Energy drink.
Thanks, boys. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm starving.
Right, you could also say, these are a few of my favorite things. Crimpets and monsters and lots of cigarettes. Scratch-offs.
You guys are too kind. Very nice of you. Thank you very much. Feels good to be appreciated. And, yeah, scratch-offs, I promise. If I do strike it rich with Gus or the 76ers.
So, honest question. If you were to hit $1 million with one of those scratch-offs, what would you do?
It would be, I would have to go to you, because I don't know how this happened, who bought them. I would approach you and say, who bought them? What are we doing here? And then, probably going 50-50.
Ray, what's the protocol for this? If he wins $1 million? I mean, if they're his tickets, it's his birthday present.
Yeah, it was a gift.
It was a gift.
Yeah, you don't buy someone dinner and ask for half of it, right?
That's true. That's true.
No, I think you have to. You don't have to give half, but you would have to offer.
Oh yeah,
or like something. Because like I always say this: the reason why when you work for a company and they buy the lottery tickets for Powerball, I always throw money in because I'm so scared that if they won and I didn't put money in, I don't think I could. I don't think I could live. I don't think I could survive that.
No.
They would have to give me money even though I didn't contribute.
Monster Energy is funny. Funny thing is, I was going back in time looking at I was in a YouTube rabbit hole, and I went back and watched all the 2010 Flyers goals from the playoff run.
I saw something similar.
And JJ, when they scored in 2010, for a case of tasty cakes.
That's right.
And I was just like, wow, I would imagine he's happy he doesn't have to say that now after every goal. But yeah, for a case of tasty cakes.
Did they really get a case of tasty cakes?
Who did?
Because if you score 30 goals in a season, you're telling me you have 30 cases of tasty cakes?
But who got the cases? The players?
I don't think there was a.
Was it not like the home run?
I don't think it's I don't think it's for the fan. There was no fan for it, was there? I don't remember.
Oh,
I didn't think so. I think it was just something to say so they could get money from Tasty Cake.
There you go.
How are the crimpets?
Oh God, that's good. I haven't had a crimpet.
Crimpets are good.
I actually picked up an apple pie like 2-3 weeks ago, and I put it back. I did. I was at Wawa. I picked it up, and I'm like, ooh, I'm going to buy it. And I go,
no. The round apple pies or the box ones?
The box.
No, the round ones are really good.
Tasty Cake round ones?
Holy cow. What are they called? There's a cherry, there's an apple, and there's another one. Oh, God.
No, the square ones.
Yeah, I don't like the rectangle square
Really?
ones. No.
Oh, man, I got to get the circle one.
Oh, dude.
I never had that before.
It's great. All right, Ray was on TV today.
Oh, thank you guys. You guys are the best.
And he was very excited. And Ray, you gotta the tie needs to be buttoned all the way up because I can see the top button. Did you see this? Go check out his Instagram page.
He was back to back.
Ray has 5 Instagram pages too. Which Instagram page is on Ray? So
the only one that people in the public know about, Ray Dunn 975.
The other one's for the ladies.
Wait,
so you did back to back belly to belly at PHL?
Yeah.
Wow.
Got a text last night like, hey, you want to come back tomorrow?
Get it? You did 2 in a row?
Yeah, 2 days in a row.
Shout out Jason and company.
Yeah, shout out Jason.
Who were you on with today?
Lindsay.
Oh, you and Lindsay.
Was Ricky watching? Oh, no, Ricky was actually on Preston and Steve this morning, so he probably wasn't. Because Ricky normally watches.
Ricky's been everywhere today. I think he was on MLB Network today.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
All right, well, here's excited Ray Dunn on PHLY this morning, or PHLY 17 this morning.
Do they finally get it done tonight? Because we've been saying it for days now. Another chance, another chance, another chance. Do they do it tonight?
Deja's Flyers get it done tonight. It is over tonight. Flyers in 6. It was always Flyers in 6. It was written tonight's the night. It gets done in South Philadelphia. They're partying at Stateside Live tonight. The Flyers finally end it. Send the Penguins on back home.
Good answer, Ray. Good.
Who's clapping during that whole thing? Here he is.
Probably Deja in the background.
You look like a politician pointing into the camera and wagging your finger at them.
Look at you, all fired up.
More of a visual bit than a audio bit.
You were fired up, though.
Yeah, I was thrilled.
But she was clapping when you were talking. It was distracting. She's got to allow you to at least finish.
Well, was it Lindsay that was clapping or Deja? Because I shout out Deja because she's been on the Flyers for months.
It's on, and it's one thing. It's on the radio because, then it changes things. So yeah, like if you're
the
seeing
blonde that was clapping. Who's that?
Lindsay.
Lindsay was clapping.
Okay. Lindsay's a clapper.
Okay, yeah, because you're right. Oh, if you're watching on TV, it's not as distracting as if you're watching because you see what she's doing.
Yeah. They're doing good work over there at PHL 17.
They do a great job.
Just saying.
Jason Lee does a great job.
Yeah.
All that entire morning show does a great job. Shout out.
Yeah, man.
There we go. Do we have the Schwarber story that we have? What is this from Barstool?
Oh, this is good.
Was this when in Chicago he went to Barstool and everybody got mad at him?
That is
because
correct.
They were losing games.
So they just put it out. I guess released the episode on Netflix today. And he had a story about, how diehard the Philadelphia sports fan really is. And this is what Schwarber had to say.
Funny Philly story. This is awesome. It was near the end of the year, and we're coming off a road trip for our last homestand before we go hit 10 games. I think we might have got swept on the road. And, we're all pissed off, whatever it is, and we land in Philly, or we get on the buses, and it's like 3 a.m. We see, so we pull out this gate, and we see someone standing right there, and we're like, man, what is this? And then all of a sudden, this dude just whips out a sign, holds it up, says, same every year, we deserve better. I'm like, this guy waited till 3 a.m. for us to get back just for that.
That's
so
Philly.
I
That's
mean,
Philly.
loved it. We were all laughing. It was funny.
Where is that guy at? I wanted to meet that fan.
He probably wanted Larry Bella to be the new manager.
That's dedication. Run the football.
Yeah, definitely got to run the ball, for sure.
That's dedication, though.
That's awesome. Give me a voice memo, Ray. Do we have time for one voice memo? We'll get the rest of them next segment.
Hey guys, it's Derek from Affirm over here at 3 Bala. How you doing? What up Wednesday? Flyers hockey action later, but getting to the Sixers, I get Embiid and the whole situation could be frustrating with the injuries and the contract, but games like last night, this is why he's here. The guy is a unicorn. He just had his appendix removed with complications 3 weeks ago, and he's dropping 33 with 8 assists in TD Garden. We have to roll with this, and for better or for worse, the guy is here, and I think we're a lot better with him than we are without him.
Wait, how do we know he had complications, though? I thought it was
He
a clean.
said that.
Oh, he did say that.
Yeah, he said that after game.
They
4.
had complications
we were too mad
with the
about
surgery?
30-point
And he
loss.
still came back?
Yeah.
They had complications with the surgery? Wow.
Yeah, he said he wasn't going to cry about it, but he mentioned it.
Yeah, I love JoJo. I do. I love him. I just, I'm not going to, see, here's the thing. I'm not here to tell you you're wrong. If you want to keep JoJo and you want to continue to ride this bad boy, let's go. I'm in a different boat than you. That's all. And I love Joel.
Anybody that says he's not an amazing talent, you're just a hater, right? You can feel like it's time to move on and realize the Embiid tease is real. It is real.
Oh, it's real.
You watch that game last night. It's yeah, they could win it. They could win a title. They can't, but that's the way you feel after winning that game.
I was so excited, so aroused last night.
All right, were you in the Blue Chews?
Just teasing me. The Embiid tease, it's real.
Did you go to Iron Mountain Men's Health before you?
Standing up right now.
Stay over there then. Coming up, YouTube chat recap, final thoughts on the Flyers, maybe some voice memos as well. Middays with Marks, 97.5 The Fanatic. But hey, listen, we're talking about the Fly guys here. Are you kidding me? We got a game tonight. I'll be doing post-game. And you know where I'm going to be? And I'm actually going there right now. It's the BetParks app. That's right. It's the only app I would ever recommend. Check this out. Tonight's game, the Fly guys are minus 127 on the money line. The Pens, plus 107. The series, the Flyers are significant favorites, minus 286. Now, tomorrow, how about this? We have Game 6 in South Philly. Your home team is 5.5-point underdogs. How about that? So Boston minus 5.5. On the series, the money line, Boston's minus 2,500. There's so much to do, and it's not just the games. It's inside the games, player performances, rebounds, assists, goals, shots against. No matter what you're looking for, the BetParks app has it right now. So check it out. The only app I'd ever recommend. You must be 21 and in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Michigan, or Maryland. New users only. Terms and conditions apply. See BetParks.com for details. Casino bonus must be wagered. Gambling problem. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Got something to say about
With Marks, the guys are coming up next. Ricky Metallico, Bill Calarulo. And then Bill joins me after the Flyers game tonight. So remember, all the action not only on 97.5 The Fanatic, on the Fanatic app. You can listen to the play-by-play. And then right after the game, we'll go live on YouTube for postgame. And we better be celebrating a win, Sean Braze.
I hope so.
Fight hard!
Warn me. Yeah, I hope, man. I don't want to do Game 7. First of all, I'll be on the road, so I don't know what's happening Saturday night. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody cares about that. Nobody wants to see Game 7. Just end it tonight. 7:40. Puck is dropping.
Not a big fan of that.
No?
No, I'm old. I can barely.
Oh, you want it earlier?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like Mad Dog Russo. I want a 2 p.m. start. He puts all the games on early.
Yeah,
Nobody's playing.
I'm with you.
Yeah, because the 7:40, like whatever. But I don't mind the 7 o'clock starts.
So you're a 6:40 MLB lover.
Well, I mean, yes and no. Unfortunately, I end up missing more game than I want to because that's right in the we got to take a bath and we got to do this, we got to do that.
Dishes too?
Well, the dishes, if I have dishes, that's when I'm watching the most.
Okay.
You know what my dish routine is when I'm watching Phillies? I have on the TV, which is to my right, which I can't see from the sink, I have the game on, but then I have my earphone in and I'm watching the game on the TV, on my phone. The phone is before the TV. So if something like a home run happens, I can stop and then I can watch it on the big screen. Which I like.
Man, there's definitely, we got to make something happen from a Dish sponsorship. Dish.
Palmolive?
Yeah, a little, get the family-friendly angle with the...
From the dish, and I'm doing dishes and a podcast?
Yeah. I like
right?
that.
Could I just do like a 5-minute take?
Yeah, you could
doing
do
dishes.
You could do like a segment like on the greasy situations that are happening in sports.
Like that.
Greased up with John Marks.
Dishing it.
Dishing it. How about this? Clean it up. Clean it up with John Marks.
How about that?
And before we go any further, Sean, do not shave your head. Did you see the pictures that I sent to the group chat? So can we play it one more time just so people know? We were alerted to the fact, and I didn't remember this at all, that Sean had said if the Sixers win 2 games against the Celtics, he will grow a rat tail. Well, the Sixers have won 2 games against the Celtics, and we had to unearth. One of our listeners actually had the audio for us. Here it is.
I could grow a rat tail. I guarantee I give you a rat tail. All right, let's do it. Sixers win 2 games against the Celtics. I will grow a rat tail. Clip that, put it on there. If they win 2 games against the Celtics, rat tail brace coming strong. Yep.
Oh, I'm coming strong, all right.
Well, you do the rat for the YouTube chat right here. There's actually a guy that has a rat, and then there's the tail.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off with the wife, but I will have a rat tail from now until NBA Finals. That was the deal.
June what?
June 19th, I think, would be Game 7. So
okay.
As soon as the season wraps up.
So June 19th. Let's just set it. Okay, when the season is over.
Correct.
When the season's over.
When the season's over, I get to shave the back of my head.
Okay. Until then, and so I don't know how I wasn't familiar with the rat tail
Me
and
neither.
how you grow it.
Yeah.
So I guess you have to grow a patch on the back of your head, and then you let it grow from there. So you're going to do less than 2 months, so you're not going to get it very long.
No.
You're just going to have this awkward-looking patch of hair on
Who knows? I might like it. Because I can't grow hair, so all of a sudden now you're giving me that? Like, you know what? Stranger things have happened.
Do you want to grow a Martelli and then just cut it out for, like, the last week?
Just skull it?
Dude. That would be
hideous. Yeah, some of these dudes that are just hanging on. I don't know. Like, do you not own a mirror? Do you look into the mirror?
Because you're completely bald up top.
And it would be horrible.
Yeah, so
like, I look like Montgomery Burns. No, not Montgomery. George Burns, right? From The Simpsons.
Yeah, Montgomery Burns.
Montgomery Burns. There you go.
George Burns was the comedian.
Yeah, he had the cigar.
The cigar. No, Montgomery Burns. I'm not a big Simpsons fan, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's exactly what I look like.
Yeah.
No, I'll give you the rat tail. I promise you, not shaving it from here on out. I said it. I'm a man of my word. Let's go.
Oh, man. Let's get to the YouTube chat recap.
It's time for the YouTube chat recap.
How about filling us in?
Let me tell you something else, man.
Watch us live on YouTube every single weekday.
I can't lie. Let me tell you something.
It's the Middays with Marks YouTube chat recap.
Wearing a backwards hat with a bald head is a complete violation. 215J Philly from the YouTube chat.
I don't know what that means. I have no idea why it would be a violation.
Because you're wearing a backwards hat.
Oh.
That's, I believe, Ray, when I wear a backwards hat, what do I get?
Violation.
Yeah, you can't 49-year-old man wearing a backwards hat.
What's up, fellow kids?
I went to the Flyers store to buy a new Flyers hat, right? Had to buy a new hat. And everything is like flat brim that I liked.
Yeah.
And it's tough. So it's got to get broken in. But the only way you can break it in is if you wear it. And you can't wear it forward because then I'll get ripped for wearing a flat brim. So now I'm wearing it backwards, and it's getting slowly broken in.
On this show, Sean, you are allowed to wear a hat on backwards.
I like that. That's our style.
I do it. That was how I grew up. Sorry if you don't like it. Ray wearing a backwards hat wouldn't look as natural, although I would welcome it. For sure.
I think so.
Yeah, I am a backwards hat guy.
Me too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think it's more generational than anything else. It's kind of what we did, and, I don't have to grow up.
And I don't mind the flat brim. It's just you need a little breakage. It's got to get broken in.
That type of hat you need to wear backwards. That's gonna look awkward if you wear it.
You're right.
Especially right now.
Yes.
Especially right now.
The angle of that camera, too.
It's very stiff.
It's not a good angle for the hat.
Oh, because gotcha. But to his point, I do have like this big no hair here.
Oh, so it's more about the bald head. than
Yeah, but the messy hair in
missed
the
that.
backwards hat doesn't exactly.
It's-
Like, John pulls it off because he's got the hair,
I promise you.
underneath it.
Yeah, right. It
I
doesn't
break
look
this
like
hat in. I will be wearing it forward a lot more than backwards. But until then, just
And you can't cover up the rat tail.
No, the rat tail will be flapping.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. What's next?
Brace is dressed for his afternoon gig as a bouncer at Dave & Buster's. Andy from the YouTube chat.
What the hell? I'm wearing a button down, ready to go.
What do you think, Ray? Bouncer?
It's black. Oh, all right.
I mean,
It's black on black. So I do have the Flyers t-shirt. So maybe I should have let
You're
that.
looking swole today,
Oh, man. I'm feeling good.
All right.
Worked out this morning.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. Let's go. Got my vision
Oh, that's right,
fitted.
because you're going away. You need to do the workout.
Yeah. Because we got 72 hours of just absolute butterscotch crimpets. Maybe I'll eat that. Who knows?
All right, what's next, Ray?
Who is under more stress, Dave Dombrowski or Brace's shirt buttons? JM from the YouTube chat.
What the hell?
Let me see.
What do you mean?
Button them up. No, do one more.
What do you mean? Oh, man, come on.
No, that's not tight. It's not tight. No, it's relatively loose.
Yeah.
Is that an extra large?
Of course. Yeah, that's all I wear is XLs.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I was gonna say it's not tight.
I can't fit into a large long time.
Yeah, no, I didn't think it was a large. I didn't think it was a double X. But no, that fits comfortably.
It's a Levi's denim shirt,
Yeah,
man.
it fits comfortably. Not as comfortably as it probably did a couple, 2 months ago.
Yeah. Filling it out.
A bit. All right, what's next?
Happy birthday, Brace. May DJ Bean get more divorce gigs to set up dates for Big Red. If Bayless from the YouTube chat.
DJ Bean on the ones and twos. Nice work. I did get not an invite, but the opportunity to DJ a kid's birthday party because of that divorcee, Tara, who...
Oh, you get a referral?
Yeah, thank you, referral. Unfortunately, I could not do it. And she's like, I just need you to entertain the kids. And I'm like, all right, pay me my money.
Huh, so you're versatile.
Oh, I would do it.
You can do Manny Young parties.
Whatever
you
you
can
need.
The out in the street, Manny Young.
You want to put me in frat house? Fine. You want me to do Motown Mondays? I'm there. You want me to make a bicycle balloon out of the
Sweet
balloons?
16s?
Yeah, Sweet 16s. Anything but weddings and bar mitzvahs. Those
Too
two are out.
important?
Yeah, those are too big of deals. Can't do those. Other than that, I'm in.
Smart move.
Hit me up.
All right, what's next?
Ray is the only one with common sense on this show. Money Mar from the YouTube chat.
Well, I mean, I would need to know what he's talking
Well,
about.
it's Money Mar.
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying.
that might hurt me.
Money Mar likes you, huh?
And you do. Well, I mean, do you have common sense? You're intelligent.
Yeah, what was it about?
Right. He doesn't know.
I didn't pull it.
Oh, okay.
Right, but so, I mean, common sense. Well, Ray's intelligent. I don't know what to tell you. I don't think he's more common sense than me.
I got more street smarts than Ray.
For sure.
Okay.
Oh man, you were raised on the street.
You're damn right.
Yeah, look at that backwards hat, man. That's a guy that lives on the streets.
Honestly, I would say one of my strengths is that I have above average intelligence, but I know it. I know what I am and I know what I'm not. And like my common sense is fine.
Yeah, my common sense is fine.
Yeah. I would agree. In fact, I'd say we have more common sense than Ray.
Ooh, we are older.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah, you guys are experienced.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not out smoking all the time like you, Ray.
Right.
Drinking.
Clearly. Where would you find the time to do dishes?
I mean, seriously, what would I ever do with my life? Happy birthday to Sean Brace.
Oh, you
are
guys are the
going
best.
on a golfing trip.
Thank you very much. Yes, heading to Myrtle Beach, boys and girls. Wish me luck.
And you'll be back on Monday, right?
That is correct, sir.
All right, so it's gonna be yours truly and Ray tomorrow, and then Martinez joins us on Friday.
Go get them.
But go find predictions real fast, Flyers.
Flyers 4-2 win.
Flyers at 6.
They win the night.
5-2.
Sixers get smoked tomorrow night, though.
All right.